Maya. Get your head in here. Get your head in
My head is up in the game.
We're live with this big crowd of people. It's a lot of people.
I feel like there's a void
right over there. Yeah.
Do the
Big
scooch
Ben needs
over.
to go on that side.
Hello from Zero
There
to
you go.
Homestead.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yes,
All
Lord.
right. Okay, for those of you who are going to be on the replay and for the few of you that are already signed in here, we are live tonight. We have a few guests at our house. We're getting ready to eat some dinner, and we thought we would go ahead and jump on and chat with you guys for a little while. So I'm seeing a lot of people come on. I'm going to introduce the people we have here first. While I do that, y'all let us know where you're watching from. Of course, you know, Sweet Maya and me, Jess, we're Roots and Refuge Farm, and this is our kitchen table that we're currently sitting at. We have Meg and Ben Holler here, who you guys have seen them pop up on some of the videos, and here behind me is Ethan and Sarah from 180 Degrees from Average. They're visiting here from Minnesota, so that's their channel name, 180 Degrees from Average. And back here in the back is Andrea and Ben from VW Family Farms. Now, they're local to us. What is that, about 45 minutes away? We're friends. We hang out. You've probably seen them on our channel before. So 4 channels in one live tonight here.
It's the most epic event ever.
Yeah, so we had to get really creative to try to fit in the frame. And we're actually got dinner cooking and going to eat here in a little bit, but we want to talk to you guys first. So,
Hey, someone said, hey, from Norfolk, Virginia. My little brother Elijah.
Oh,
lives in
yeah,
Norfolk.
his
He's
brother. He just
in the
left
Navy.
back today to head back to the base there. So I'm going to get on here so I can read the comments without having to squint at this.
Washington, New Jersey.
If y'all see
Alabama,
anybody that
Missouri,
you want to say hi
Colorado,
to, y'all pipe up and do that. Australia.
Australia,
That's cool.
UK, Connecticut, Oregon.
Teresa Wheeler said she watches all of the channels, so you guys can all say hi to Teresa since she. So if you are here tonight, there's 2 family.
There's 2
Homestead, yay! If you are here tonight and you do not already subscribe to these channels, make sure you hop over and subscribe to them. And if you're here tonight and you
Like a Brady Bunch or like a Jimmy Fallon does this
I know.
a lot.
Oh, no.
Bruce.
We need, like,
where's our
toys.
school instruments? You know what I'm saying?
Agnes Jones, whereabouts in Alabama? Might be close to Danny.
Everett, Washington.
Haywire Homestead said they're sub to everybody that's here.
They won our giveaway last week.
Oh, really?
awesome.
Cool.
And I think they said they had their first troll.
Oh, you had your first troll, Haywire Homestead.
Congratulations.
Legit now.
Moving up. Wholesome Roots just showed up.
Hey, Rose.
Hey.
Awesome. So we've got Wholesome Roots and 2 Family both on here, and they are moderators for our channel. So y'all make sure you support them because we appreciate them doing
Rose,
that
did
job.
you send my shoes yet?
I don't know if we sent. I need to send her PayPal to send the shoes.
I really need my shoes. It makes me sad.
No, this is impromptu. This is an impromptu live because we were all having dinner. And,
Because I'm confused. What day is it?
yeah, this is totally
We're
not
not quite
planned.
sure either. We've had how many kids?
Yes, 20. No, 12.
Oh yeah, I gotta say,
14 kids.
This is my fault. She said she asked for the address, so I will send you that, Rose. So yeah,
there's
this is
16 kids in this house and 3 bins.
yeah.
3 bins.
6
right.
currently sitting in this house and named Ben. So
Yeah.
we
I
have a high
introduced Ben
Ben.
Vincent to Ben Holler, and then our Ben came out. I was like, Ben, this is Ben. Ben, this is Ben.
Ben.
So we have a high Ben ratio today. So what's for dinner? Valerie, beef stew and cornbread.
Chili.
I mean,
Chili.
beef
Oh,
chili
yeah.
stew.
Yeah, Big Ben.
Ben.
Ben Vincent doesn't love the word soup or stew, so we call things chili. Linda Kell said she has a Ben too.
Oh, Willow Creek just.
Hey, Willow Creek's here.
Hey, Willow Creek. So we are open for questions. If you guys want to ask questions, just put them in all caps.
Marshmallow War. We're gonna do another epic war. I think tomorrow.
Yeah, we're
when-
gonna do something with
the
video.
initial get used to the guns. I think the kids and us all shot 3 full bags of marshmallows. So
They're
I mean,
everywhere.
they're everywhere.
Meg Meg took some.
I was
blows.
targeted.
Yeah, Meg
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Meg took it pretty hard. But, she's got thick skin and thick skull.
Yeah, and thick skull.
She got hit in the head a few times.
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah, so we have been having a lot of fun. We've been playing some games. Like
Mhm.
last night we played Telephone Pictionary, which was hilarious. And we actually made a video teaching you guys how to play that game, which I'll put up here in the next day or two. I laughed so hard that I was literally like hurting. It was physical pain.
Dan Gentry from Sherwood, Arkansas.
Oh, no kidding. Dan, that's where I grew up. I mean, it's not far from here. It's like 30 minutes away. It's where my dad lives. Natasha Snyder said how to unjoin the gang. So for those of you who don't know, the Holler Homestead came here. They've traveled for the last 9 months, and they were going to be kind of in this region around Christmas. And I was like, hey, I love Christmas. You guys should come spend Christmas with us. And so they said, okay, sure. So Ethan and Sarah had been planning on coming down and visiting when Ben and Meg were at our house. And it turned out they were going to be here at Christmas. So they were like, what the heck? We'll do something completely new and come visit friends for Christmas. And so we did a big Christmas thing. It's been really, really awesome. And of course, Ben and Andrea in the back here, they live local. So they came over for dinner tonight to get to meet everybody. And so it's been a really awesome time. So we're all here just hanging out. And we thought we will jump on and do a live. Hey, there's Big Bear Homestead.
Here.
Yeah, Big Bear Homestead. I heard word that you guys might be planning possibly coming here for a visit. Is that what was being discussed? Because if y'all are going to try to come to...
Or was there a little too much honey mead?
Hey,
There's too much honey mead. We won't hold it against you. I'm just saying.
All what you got to do is get a chicken house across the road from them.
Yeah, we might can make that happen.
Yeah, Bill put a chicken house in there.
Don't Poke the Bear has been trying to get a future location of the Hollers. I can't give you that. I don't even know where they're going.
Now, Meg has been working on a really cool video
Oh, well, hopefully it's cool.
It's gonna
gonna
be
take
really
me
awesome.
5 million years to finish it.
to announce to everybody where they're going.
Yeah,
Right? So
yeah.
it's
Y'all
gonna
want
be
some
kinda-
insider information? I'll give you some insider information. YouTubers are so critical of their own stuff.
Yes.
You know that?
That's true.
Like,
That
Ethan
is
just
so
posted a
true.
video today, and he's like, I don't like it. I'm like, I love this video. He's like, I don't like it. Megan's like, I hope it's cool. Everyone's like, oh, this is awesome. This is the best video I've ever seen. I hope it's cool.
Is the City Stead here? I saw Trish say something to the City Stead. I didn't see their comment. I love the City Stead. They have a really sweet channel. I didn't see it. I missed it. I need to pull it up on my phone so I can actually see what's going on. So, sorry.
Oh, you didn't mute the volume.
Yes, we are definitely our own worst critics. You know, it's been really fun having a bunch of YouTubers staying in the same house. Our kitchen table has been the coolest hangout for like the last 3 days. One, there are MacBooks on it open all the time, like multiple MacBooks that are working. You know, like there's work going on. Lego ships have been built. Lots of food has been eaten. Conversations, games played. I was sitting here journaling a little while ago. It's just been really cool. So
I built some Lego ships.
Very chill.
I built Lego ships. Ben built an axe.
Mm.
So
yeah, where is it?
He did make an
Yes.
axe.
Out there in the trailer.
Go get it.
You gotta go get the
Ben
axe.
went
No,
up.
he didn't do that at the kitchen table.
I feel like that was at the kitchen
Yeah.
table.
And I am so disappointed with 3 vloggers in the house that none of us filmed him.
No.
doing it.
Yeah, we've done
He
some
was very
videos.
sneaky about it.
And it's
I knew what he was
beautiful.
doing.
Oh, well, then you should have filmed it.
I was building Legos. I was enjoying myself too.
Yeah, Jeremiah totally built 2 Lego ships today. He built his Christmas presents. And Ben Holler went outside and built the handle of an axe. And it's like incredibly epic. What cameras do we all use? I have a Canon 80D and a G7X.
I use the G7X.
We use an SL2 Canon.
Ben,
Panasonic Lumix.
Panasonic Lumix.
I've heard good things about that.
I like
You like it? Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes, we will be at the planning festival at Baker Creek. Jessica will be actually speaking at the planning festival.
yes, that is. Heirloom permaculture, I will have Ben. See this Ben's. There's so many.
Too many
Which
bins.
We'll
Ben?
have little Ben watch Henley. That's their daughter that Ben had so much fun with
Oh,
when they
okay.
came
There it
here and
is.
visited.
Look at this thing.
Look at this. He made this today in the driveway.
So he didn't make the head.
Well, yeah.
Not
With
this
the
time.
The handle.
Yeah,
Look at that.
with the handle.
It's a piece of boat arc wood. If anybody knows what that is.
Osage orange.
Isn't that beautiful? He just went outside and made it. Like, no big.
Like no big.
Ben, you want to, Big Ben, you want to sit down for
Big
a second?
Ben.
We'll just fill in. We're going to do a little bit of musical chairs since I'm sure we'll all have to get. Andrea went to the kitchen to finish the beef stew for me since we kind of ran out of time. So,
Okay, somebody just asked that's you, how hard it is to host so many people at your home. I have to tell you that Jess is the best hostess ever.
Aw,
You've been
amazing.
Really amazing. I think we've all felt like just chill and
Yeah.
at home, and it's
Absolutely.
no
it's
big
been
thing.
wonderful.
It's been awesome.
Thank you so much, Larry. Yeah, I love having the feel of family in my home. And my dad is like really good at hosting. That's just something that I got from him. He loves having people in the house. And when I was growing up, it was like my friends could always come over. I always had a house full of friends. And my dad never got upset if we ate all the food, and he never got upset if somebody spilled something on the carpet. It was just like he loved having a handful or a house full of people. And so I love that too. It's my favorite. How many adults and children are in the house at the moment?
8 adults, 14 children.
So this is just
Is that right?
16 kids.
16
16
kids,
children.
yeah,
Oh my
because
gosh.
Vincent's
So
is in there.
many.
So we have 8 adults here and 16 kids. Now, we're not, I mean, like the Vincents are visiting for dinner. They just came over for dinner. And then, of course, the Hollers are staying in their camper. They're
Yeah.
sleeping out there.
Yeah.
So everybody's sleeping in beds. We're not doing like the crash on the floor on the couch thing. Like everybody's
Yeah, we got the
basically
2 rooms
sleeping.
in the basement pretty
Yeah.
much done. So that gave Malia room, and then Ethan's girls are sleeping with her, and they have cots. And then I gave Ethan and Sarah the other room with the air mattress. So
Yeah, so
it's working out pretty good.
Yeah, 16 kids. But man, I'm telling you what, we have great kids. Like they really have been amazing. Like our kids are fun. They get along well. Like we haven't had a lot of conflict. Like they've got along pretty, I mean, just like the occasional spat over like toys and stuff. But
Yeah, there's been no fighting, no.
they've been so wonderful. Don't poke the bear. We're going to show the basement more. It's still very much in limbo. So our guests are staying in a construction zone. That we got the rooms done.
That's pretty
It's
good.
painted.
Rose
That's
said,
what's
"What's wrong with
nice.
crashing on the floor? I would too be there." Yeah, we definitely have slept on the floor and slept people on the floor and couches many times. We have a big family. Okay, Sherilyn Stanfield said, "I made 20 of the marshmallow shooters and gave them to my kids and grandkids on Christmas, along with 10 bags of marshmallows. My front yard now looks like snow." That's awesome. Ours does too. I think was it Heirloom Permaculture? You guys, did y'all tag me in a picture? Y'all did them for your kids too, didn't you? Like. A lot of people did. It's been
Is
really
Heirloom
fun.
Permaculture and Sewing Legacy the same thing?
Thank you so much, Laura. Yes, husband and
Okay,
wife. Yeah.
okay, that's what I thought.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Laura.
Laura.
That was so sweet.
Yeah, we actually have a pretty fun. We're gonna do kind of a funny video with the marshmallow shooters.
Don't
and we
tell 'em.
do- I'm not gonna tell them what it is. You gotta watch the video.
It's
But
coming.
we are gonna do that. So they're like the next couple of videos from us are gonna be pretty funny because we filmed the game last night. I'm telling you, I had to take Advil liquid gels, which I'm gonna. We do a lot of oils and stuff, but I'm telling you, it was not
You
working.
broke
I
our
took
fingers.
some ibuprofen liquid gels because my body hurts from laughing. I'm serious. Jessica almost had to change her pants from laughing so hard. Like we were dying laughing. Like it was so much fun. And we actually filmed it for you guys. So I hope you guys
we
enjoyed that.
taught you guys how to make a game. Thank you, Trish. Willow Creek is throwing up the link to the Holler Homestead. And y'all, okay, so first off, the channels that are here, Holler Homestead and 180 degree. Hold on, are you guys filming anything tonight? No? Okay, so the Vincents are here. Maybe they'll they're in this, but maybe they'll be in a video, but they're not putting anything on their channel, but still go subscribe to them. And then the Holler Homestead and 180 Degrees from Average, they have already you've each already put up a video, right? From being here. And there are going to be more as well. So if you want to watch our time together, they've got videos up. I've already put one up. I'm sure I'll do another one. So make sure you're subscribed to them. My camera is
It's not.
okay,
It did that
Yeah,
whole
the-
glitchy thing, but it's
So,
not. It's stopped.
Thank you, Rose. So yeah,
I think we may be looking into a external camera and microphone.
for
live and
lives.
stuff.
Yeah, we'll probably get set up with a better setup eventually. I know that visiting, we did our trip through Georgia, and last weekend was that last weekend? It feels like forever ago. And we went live with Wholesome Roots, and then we went live with Big Bear Homestead, and they both had some really cool setups for that.
Hey.
So,
Come here.
The third bin.
oh, come here, Benny.
All the
Bin
bins.
number 3.
Yep. One more Ben in the.
There's little Ben.
Ben,
Say
say
hey,
hi.
everybody.
Little Benjamin has been rocking his pajamas all day, so he's
Yeah, a
still
lot of
comfy.
kids have been in pajamas all day.
Yeah, I got dressed for the first time in the last 3 days, I think. So there was
Honestly,
that.
I was like, man, I really need to put some jeans on. That feels kind of gross.
So somebody asked about. I see Rose answering about the meetup. Big Ben Vinson. You want to tell everybody about our meetup in the spring? Can you kind of lean in here? Well, just project. You got
Yeah,
he
he
has no problem being heard back there.
We are creating an event, and we'll put it out there for everybody to find it. But it's going to be held at our farm, April 6th, and
It's basically just
Just
get
gonna be a
together,
meetup.
fellowship, hang
Yeah.
out.
I think we're gonna do it like a seed swap and a plant sale. Is that right? Like we're
Yeah.
gonna do some like.
and there will be other vendors there.
There'll be
so
other vendors. We're gonna be looking for local stuff. Honey.
It's
soap,
a 1 day
so-
thing.
Whatever, any kind of axe making. We'll bring Ben back. Medium Ben.
Medium bag.
Medium bin.
Hopefully some food trucks and just hang out for the day.
But it should be free 93.
Free night for you.
Free.
Yeah,
That's
so
the price.
We're looking to get some sponsors and stuff to cover all the costs so that everybody can come and just enjoy that gathering. It's not it's not a conference. We're just looking to do like a 1 day meetup to kind of bring people together. So
The date,
March
April
6th, April 6th. Ben and Andrea, Margie Guy said hi. She wanted you guys to see that she said hi.
We love
Hanging
her.
with the guys.
She's one of our best commenters.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
Very
I met
sweet.
her at the conference. Yeah, you can all definitely at the meetup. Y'all can definitely do the seed swap. It's just for anybody to participate in. We'll talk about that more.
Hopefully plants too. If y'all get around, you and Ben, y'all are the plant sprouters.
Yeah,
They
well-
don't sprout.
No, I just plant and harvest.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jason at Big Bear is asking if is trapping season open still? I don't know trapping. I know
He
hunting
asked Big
season.
Ben.
Right now,
He's
Yeah.
asking you.
He said Big Ben is trying
Yeah.
to still
yeah, just set out 2 beaver traps today.
Okay.
Yes, there's your answer. I had no idea. That's
I saw that Haywire Homestead was asking us, how do you get over being self-conscious with filming in public?
You don't.
You don't. You
You
just
really
do
don't.
it.
You just figured out how to do it.
You just do it.
You just do it,
Yeah.
and then you keep doing it.
And,
I don't really stress
and when
about
the
it.
people look at you like, what are you doing? You're just like,
Yeah, I think maybe I got cured of my self-conscious in public thing after raising 5 boys. I mean, like after so many
Yeah.
tantrums and lows, you're like a camera. Like it's nothing.
oh, bye, Trish.
Bye, Trish.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, Trish. Y'all go give her some support. Willow Creek Homestead. We all appreciate our moderators so much. Two Family Homes had said they're starting a seed gardening swap box in January if anyone is interested, as well as a cookbook exchange and a general boomerang box. That's awesome.
Yep.
It's definitely something to look into.
Big Ben, what do you do with your pelts?
I sell them.
So
He sells them.
I've kept a few, but mainly sell
me, myself, and I said, where did we get our greenhouse or the high tunnel? So our greenhouse started as a Harbor Freight kit, and it fell apart. So Jeremiah has reinforced it and practically rebuilt it now twice. Next time we would not go with a kit. We would just build it from scratch because now, we pretty much have. We have not purchased the high tunnel yet. We have been approved for the grant, but we have a year to put that up. And we're thinking we're probably going to wait until the summer to put that up, because then it will we can't use it in the summer here. It's too hot, and so we don't really need that until like fall and winter. Tim Beverly said hello to the Homestead.
Hey, Tim.
All right. So where is the meetup? It's going to be at VW Family Farms, which is, what is that technically? Like Rosebud?
Rosebud is
Ro-
outside.
Yeah,
Rosebud.
close to Rosebud, Arkansas, if you
And I'm
Google that.
working, Ethan's going to teach me how to get set up to create an event
Yeah.
where it's just not publicized or addressed everywhere. You got to be approved.
Yeah.
And anybody can come. And we've had this question: do I have to be a YouTuber? Do I have to be a homesteader? No, you don't have to be any of those. You can just be a viewer or whoever.
Yeah.
We don't care who comes. Anyone's invited. But
Even
we don't want to
pros.
just like flash our address to
Right.
everybody. So we're going to set up a thing where you kind of register, but that's not to exclude anyone. That's just to make sure you're an actual
Not creepy person.
right. Right.
Oh,
Even
Rose
trolls
said her
and
daddy
what?
calls her
We say
Rosebud.
hi
That's so
to
sweet.
Dakota. Hi, Dakota.
Hi, Dakota.
Heirloom Permaculture asked where the video is of Maya and Ben playing music.
What?
I mean, I bet they could be coerced to
Which
do it
one?
right now.
The one that I filmed that there's a small clip in.
There's
Oh,
just not-
Meg?
We posted
Oh,
picture.
shoot.
No, I posted a picture too. I posted Meg's picture.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, you can still blame her
So
if you
there's
wanted to.
evidence that it happened. There's
True.
just no like actual.
Y'all,
Filming it.
Ben Holler can play some guitar,
That's true.
like
Say
for
that.
and piano.
Yeah.
Like
That's
really
true.
well. It's been
He
really
sure
cool.
does.
But his piano, from what I heard, sounded a lot like a saloon.
What?
It was like that, you know.
Did you
really
see that?
uppity-
Laura Castanella sent you $50.
Oh,
is that
thank you,
you?
Laura.
I thought it was Ben.
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
The event
I was
for
like,
the
wow,
meetup
wow.
here at VW Family Farm will be on Facebook, and we'll publish that and make sure that information's out. We'll get it set up. I think that they were talking about getting it set up here pretty soon.
Music. I missed that.
Guitar.
There's really not enough space for music.
Oh, we can make
We're
space.
cramped in.
Andrea, is that cornbread? Okay,
Yeah,
she's
I
on
got
it.
I got it.
Girlfriend's on
Saying
it.
hi.
Andrew's just like back.
There's
Ezra.
There's so many kids here, and they're all so precious and wonderful.
What do you
Oh, hey, we're Homestead. You're in the process for approval for the high tunnel. That's awesome. I hope you
awesome.
guys get it. Margie Guy said that they're going to be at the meetup. That's so awesome. I'm so excited. Y'all are coming from a far ways.
Ben's working out how to get the event. We're gonna work that out
Big
after we close this live. We're gonna talk about details of who we're gonna go through to put the event out, but we'll get it out soon so y'all can register and get the address and information and all that.
Mary Lee, you made my quiche and it was great. That's awesome. I made quiche the
Who
other
made
day
quiche
for
for Megan
everybody.
and Ben?
Oh
They
my
said it was
gosh,
really
it's the
good.
best
It's
quiche
delicious.
ever. So good.
I went shopping that morning. That was Christmas Eve, so I got up and put it in the oven, and we've been staying up so late.
We have.
so late.
Which is so fun though.
It's like a bunch of college students
I
hanging out
know.
together.
Yeah, but then we have all the kids.
Jess, what were
This
the?
is the first time my kids have actually gone to bed on time.
Yes, our
Really?
children have actually gone to sleep early
Tonight?
every
Every
night.
night.
Every
Oh,
night they go to bed
okay.
on time. He's like, they don't usually do that.
No, they're worn out because they play so
One
hard. Don't
second, Ezzy, take it downstairs.
We're
they?
talking about music now. They're all playing piano.
Jess, could you do a video with more info about the raised beds? Maya actually did a video in the spring detailing the entire process of putting those raised beds together. So if you want to see one actually being built, that video is out there. And then I have one video talking about the benefits of raised bed gardening.
Right.
However, I'm sure I'll be talking a lot more about the raised beds too. So I will definitely keep that in mind. Where do you find good Nubian goats? We really were very blessed in our goat situation because we ended up doing a deal with a family who bred goats and had really good lines, and they traded us goats for labor. And so I just kind of happened into a large goat herd that was just a really good goat herd. However, since then, I think that really getting involved, if you've got like a Facebook group with like farm stuff and just getting involved with people, that would be the best way to do it. And instead of just going on Craigslist, like find the goat people in your area.
Did you see that?
What?
White House on the Hill just said, I need a Ethan, Ben, Maya bear hug.
You might die with that.
That's a lot of body heat and hair. I'm just saying.
I don't know, Jake. I don't know if we can do that.
I'd do it.
We We might have interlocking beards.
Oh no!
Get her beard tangle. Oh my
A beard tangle.
God. What was I with Marcus? Did you get the Christmas ornament?
I'm not sure. I got a few Christmas ornaments. Which one was it? Because tell me, because I don't remember.
We haven't gone through and sent back thank you cards
Yes.
for all the stuff that we've been getting. So
I'm hoping that I'm able to do that. So.
Denise said,
Hey,
"Happy
Gail.
birthday."
Gail Elwood, hello.
Hey, Gail.
Whose birthday is it?
Denise said, "Happy birthday to me and Maya."
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
twins.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
do you know that Jeremiah and Ben not only look strangely alike, they actually have the same birthday, which is the 28th. So their birthday we're going to be celebrating here in just a couple of days.
There were some other weird things that were like, man, you like this and you like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
They have a lot of
It's really
similarities.
creepy,
It's really
actually. So-
interesting.
You know,
I know,
my mom did live in California for a while. I don't really know
My
what that
mom
means.
is from Oklahoma.
Y'all, I don't think that the moms are usually the ones that end up with like unknown siblings.
Yeah.
They're pretty sure that they have.
I posted a
babies.
picture of them playing music yesterday, and a lot of people thought that it was one of his brothers. Jeremiah does have 5 brothers.
Meeting the family, they
Yeah.
look like my side of my
Yeah,
mom's side of the family.
really
It's
weird.
Like me and Meg are just
A little creeped out.
Each one we meet, we're like,
Hey, there's
Jeremiah's
Jeff from
brother.
Bubblehead.
Looks like Ben's brother. Oh,
The beard in the back is Ben Vincent.
Yep, VW Family Farms.
Unless you're talking about this beard in the back.
which
There's
is
all
Ethan.
They're all beards. That's
This
Ben
one's
Vincent.
Ethan.
VW
That's
Family
Ben
Farms.
Vincent.
Ethan from 180 Degrees from Average. There's Ben Holler from the Holler Homestead, and of course, you know, Sweet Mine. He's not in the back, so I don't have to clarify
I'm so
that.
far behind on these
I know, I was
comments.
gonna say Pure Bliss Homestead. We are happy we are missing this.
Yeah, I heard that we're getting a lot of snow right now. It was 60
Oh,
degrees here
man.
60
today.
degrees here today. It was amazing.
Homestead in the Highlands lost her lamb.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
That's sad.
That is sad. Somebody else said something that I was going
Happy
to
birthday,
address.
No, Jess did not get an alpaca from Santa. Santa doesn't deliver alpacas. these
Santa
days.
A little
But
messy if we're in the sleigh.
Jeremiah's language has changed from never to like someday. So that's like a big
We're
victory.
working on
That's
it.
Basically a yes.
that's a definite.
I mean, that's basically
yes,
a
maybe.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, maybe.
think he's
Spring is a
waiting on one to
great
be
time
donated,
to get
right?
alpaca. Just so you
Maya?
know.
What was that?
I said, I think you're waiting on one to be donated, right?
I don't know. I'm
Want to be donated? Yeah, guys.
I'm waiting on a word of the Lord. Because I don't want to step out of His perfect will.
Hallie's house asked if I saw the request from what Vivi did next. Yes, and I'm absolutely planning on doing that video, which is basically like a end of the year garden recap, talking about like the things I liked and didn't like and what I'll do again. I'm definitely going to do that. I want to be able to put some footage from the summer in it, and I just haven't had time, but that is why I haven't put it up, but I'm going to. Yes, Dan Gentry, alpacas absolutely spit. But not my alpacas are going to be sweet angel alpacas, so they'll never.
Right.
That's what they all said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Grace Homestead
day-
Farm said that they heard you say I was going to get someone Big Bear.
He did.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, oh, you did.
I-
We can go back and watch the
I-
video. It's on someone else's channel, so you can't
No,
believe
right.
it.
I really then go ahead and go back and find it please, until you
Okay.
produce video evidence.
Somebody's going to have to help me out with that.
They'll only spit on Maya. They might.
Oh, yeah, they're all telling you totally did it. You said it.
It's on the internet. It happened.
Yep, sorry, Maya, you said it.
Actually, I think that was Ben Holler. That must have been him.
Oh, is that what it was?
I
I'm
think that
okay
was
with that.
Doppelganger.
I was really busy that day or
Really?
something.
You just had him fill in.
Thanks for filling in, though. Thanks for filling in.
I'm your stunt double.
That's right.
Just shorter.
You
Hideaway
absolutely did.
Homestead. I understand. This is a lot. The kids aren't even in the videos.
Oh
It's
gosh,
just
that
like
would
an
be
expo
insane.
Arkansas edition.
That's funny. Madison was wanting a potbelly pig. We have one. You can have her if you wanna. If you wanna try to wrestle a pig from our backyard and get it to wherever you're going. No, I don't know that I could really get rid of Journey Pig. How late have you guys been staying up with all this cool company?
Do we want to admit?
Yeah.
I think last night was a decent 12:30.
3:30 for me.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I stayed up till like 3 the night before. It's
Yeah.
been silly.
it's kind of crazy.
So silly, like really late. And last night I was like tired to the point of delirium, and I was laughing so hard while we were playing that card game or that Pictionary game. I just literally was in pain. I was laughing so hard.
Come here.
Come on.
Careful.
I'm so sorry that
pushed
happened.
you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we've been having a really good time. Andrea, if you brought food for today, what was it? I love following your cooking.
Oh yeah.
She actually
Thank you, but this is shameful, but we brought ice and bowls.
And sweet tea. You brought sweet tea.
I had already planned everything. However, she did come in whenever I was like, oh gosh, if we're going to do this live, we need to do it and just take over finishing up the
Mhm.
dinner that I was cooking.
And
So
plus, whenever you're making soup, chili, you really don't need to bring a whole lot to add to it.
if y'all have never seen it, Ben Vincent has an issue with the word soup. And so Andrea still cooks soup, but calls it chili. so we're having steak. We're having a beef chili tonight, even though
Chili.
it's
a water chili.
it's a loose
It's a loose
water.
chili.
It's a loose chili.
There's a lot of people. Huh?
Hey, Rose said she loves you. She's on there. Ben always tells Rose that he loves her on Marco Polo. Sharon, it says Wilder still. Is the Grateful Sunnites on here? I saw somebody say hi, but I didn't see her. Hello. And there's Mangalitza Mama from Club Hollow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mama. Mama.
Are you being silly? They're all saying hi to you. They say you're a cool cat.
Give him a thumbs up.
Jay, he would love that. Okay, so somebody asked if we got matching tattoos. All of us, no. No. So yeah, for those of you who are just joining us, we got close to 400 people in here. We are here with the Holler Homestead. Y'all want to say, raise your hands.
Hey.
So
Guys.
we've got 180 degrees from average. I guess your other half just went to take care of the baby. And then back in the back, VW Family Farms. We've got all these friends here visiting. What are you laughing at? What did I miss?
B-Dub.
Big Ben, what trap did you use for the beavers?
Do what?
What trap for the beavers?
330 conibears.
330 conibears. And there it is. Don't know what that means. Bottlehead Homestead, our friend that lives here. Are we gonna see you later this week? Are you gonna be able to come visit with us? He said, do y'all need any wild hog? I know a guy. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no to that.
Always.
Like,
Willow Creek's back.
Preferably dead.
oh, did Trish make it back in?
Like she's commenting.
Oh, she's cooking and
She's
on her
cooking.
phone.
Just don't drop your phone in the cooking.
Oh no, that
Yeah.
was
That happens.
Yeah, my friend Jessica once dropped her, like legitimately my friend Jessica, not me. I'm not just saying that. Like,
Go play.
she actually dropped her phone in soup and ruined her phone.
I see the farm on Quail Hollow is here.
No,
Yeah, Mangalitza Mama.
no, you don't.
Are y'all planning on implementing more permaculture methods to your property? Would love to know. It's crazy that you all can get together. Yeah,
Mama, we get to be in the front.
you get to be in the front. Is that so exciting? Yeah, I mean, I've been reading a lot about different permaculture methods, and I really am interested in food forests.
Mm.
We have 4 acres, and I have some different plants. It just depends on, I don't know exactly how it's going to all play out. So, Jeff, we'll email you and nail down the time to get together. So we're probably going to do something on Friday. So yeah, don't cook your phone, will it? That wouldn't be good. Does anybody have anything that they would like to share with our guests here? I'm such a
We had an interesting conversation the other night with Big Bear.
Yeah, we've never really met them. We really enjoy talking to them.
I'm going to ask all y'all here. How many of y'all have ever eaten a beaver?
Did he feed you beaver?
We've
No,
eaten
they
beaver, but
were-
they had
Beaver.
two.
You have?
I've never
It's
eaten beaver.
delicious.
Yeah.
I've never eaten
It's
beaver.
really good.
And I think it's in France they used to.
What is that?
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty
It's
sure.
really good.
Same with muskrat, I think. Have you ever had muskrat?
Oh,
Are y'all
really
getting
good.
some weird stuff on the
They-
camera?
Mine will do that every now and then.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well, it is what it is. We don't have any other options. So
Forgotten Way, Jeff Lawton on YouTube for Food Forest. I'll definitely look that up.
He's got some
Okay,
awesome
yeah, they're
stuff.
all seeing the weird stuff.
it comes and goes.
That
We'll
is
do our
strange. I'm not
best.
sure what that is from.
Jeff Lawton's done
Only
a
when you
lot of
touch it.
awesome work over in the Middle East.
Oh.
Reforesting what's been sand for years. He just
That's really
reforested things.
awesome.
Yeah,
I'll have
it's
to
really
look
cool.
into him. My laptop one.
Gail Elwood said flashbacks.
Flashbacks. That's what it is. That's the moment that you like go back and see. Somebody, Jay said, "Have you seen Almost Homesteads Man with a Beaver Coat episodes?" Has anybody seen those? I haven't seen those.
Mm-mm.
The city that they get together on April, it's
It's
They
not
live-
really a city.
they live right outside Rosebud. If you want to look up Rosebud,
Yeah.
Arkansas, it would be the best like place of reference. It's not if you're coming in from out of town. It's not far from Heber. That would
Right.
probably be the closest
Heber
place.
Springs or Searcy?
Heber Springs has lots and lots of camping because there's a big lake there, Greer's Ferry Lake.
Yeah.
Or there's hotels in Searcy. That's a medium-sized town. Or we're probably 40 minutes from Conway,
Conway.
which is a big town.
And we're going to work out the details, but we are going to open our farm for like visitors and tours the day before and the day after that gathering. But there are going to be limited spaces for that because we don't have very much parking. So I guess if we're going to get the event up for this, we'll probably set up like an Eventbrite or something with a limited registration. For people to come out here and
And that's
visit.
farm tours at your farm.
Yeah, farm
Yeah.
tours at my farm the day before and the day after the event. We're co-hosting the event with Ben and Andrea, VW Family Farms. They live about 40 minutes away from us, and they have a lot more space than we do. And they were so gracious to open up their place, as in their space, for us to meet on. And we're going to get like porta potties and some different things out there. I think we're talking to some food trucks about.
I like
coming
how
out.
porta potties was first on the list.
Yeah.
So we're getting porta potties. It's all good.
I mean, I don't want to drive to a meeting out of town and have to pop a squat in a field. I'm a farm girl, but I'm just not about that life. So we gotta have the facility. But yeah, so on April 6th, that's Saturday, right?
Yes.
Saturday, April 6th. It's going to be like a 1-day thing, probably throughout the afternoon out there. We'll get the information on an event that people can come to. That'll be open, no limit. You don't have to be a homesteader. You don't have to be a YouTuber. Anybody can come to that. We're going to do a plant sale. We're going to do a seed swap. But I know a lot of people are coming in from out of town for this and would like to visit our farm. We do not always have our farm open for visitors because we wouldn't be able to get any work done. I mean, we don't usually do that, but we are going to have the day before and the day after the gathering.
So,
we'll have limited
Vincent,
spaces.
go ahead and cover the camping because people are already asking about camping clothes, RVs.
There's a lot of camping at Heber Springs.
In Heber
Um,
Springs.
There's a lot of campgrounds around Greer's Ferry Lake. So if you go to recreation.gov, you can reserve those. I don't know if you can reserve in April, but the lake is pretty much empty because school's still in.
Yeah.
So I can pretty much guarantee you a campsite somewhere. And that's only like 20 minutes away from us. So, and probably also I wanted to mention, if you're wanting to come and sell stuff, you're welcome. We have a lot of people already saying, can I come sell my soap and my this and that and honey? And come on, just go ahead and probably go to our page. We've got our email down there. It's vwff@yahoo.com. Go ahead and start letting us know because we're kind of.
We're talking about like a small vendor fee to help cover some of the costs of the event, but we're going to be totally open to anybody selling their handmade goods as long as it's compliant with the state laws. It's not going to like get us in trouble or anything. So, the nearest town to the gathering is Rosebud, Arkansas. The camping is in a town called Heber Springs. How far is that? Like 15 or 20 minutes from y'all?
Maybe.
Maybe
Like-
20 minutes.
Like 15 or 20 minutes from the gathering is Heber Springs. Great campgrounds. There's a big lake there. It's like one of the more popular camping sites in Arkansas. And the closest town with hotels is Searcy. We'll have all this information on the event. And then Conway is another town that's about 40 minutes away that'll have more like amenities and stuff. That's the closest town to us. So we're really excited. We're gonna be talking to. I think I've not nailed it down, but it looks like Baker Creek is going to be sponsoring the event and stuff like that. And so we'll come up with some different things. We're really just wanting to give an opportunity for everybody to get together because there's nothing in Arkansas that's currently happening for that.
So Prem Farm asked where we are from in Minnesota. We're in central Minnesota, about an hour north of Minneapolis. So middle part.
That's where it snows.
I don't know why that was middle part.
You can't do the cool hand thing like Michigan does.
No,
So.
can't do that.
Jay, we're going to do a Facebook event. So we'll be sharing it from our pages and stuff. I'll share it on Facebook. I'll make sure that you see it.
A couple people have asked if we've picked a place yet or where we're going next. We have Tennessee left.
Last
state. And we'll be putting out our announcement video. I'm kind of hoping like New Year's Day.
Yay.
So,
Oh, that would be cool.
and I would love to do it as like a premiere.
Yeah,
But
that would be
everybody
really
can come
fun.
chat and all that. So,
Mama Grows. It would have been 13 and a half hours had we
Just
actually
drive
been able to drive the whole way through.
But we have kids.
But we have a nursing baby
Yeah.
and
So it's like
kids.
it was like us going to Virginia.
It was 2
Yeah.
days.
The
Yeah.
first 8 hours while they, from the all night, everyone
Yeah.
slept, didn't have to stop. As soon as they woke up, the rest of the trip took us like 13 hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, and if the baby doesn't get peppered in,
Right.
it just makes it really hard. So.
Collins Bountiful Acres. We're not planning speakers. We're just planning it as an event, like a meet and greet, and hanging out, and plant sale and seed swap and stuff.
Is Pergoni, is that the same? Is that the Rusted Gardener? Is it the same?
No,
guy? Is it different
no,
guys?
that's Gary. No, yeah, James has
Stress.
got a really good channel too. I like both of those channels.
We wanted low stress on the planning part.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
want to keep it as low stress as possible. And honestly, it's already looking like it's going to be a lot bigger than we had maybe thought. But we're very excited that so many people want to come and hang out and meet up. So, let's see.
Mama Grows, it would have been easier if I wasn't the one driving.
True.
No, we're not doing a potluck for the event. We're gonna have a food truck come out.
Yeah, we're gonna have a food truck or something because it's gonna be out in like
Because
a field
honestly,
type.
I'm not gonna. We've all the ones who are coming have all talked, and it's like we don't want to cook and have to deal with all that.
Oh well, a lot of people are coming in from out of town too, so they won't be able to. Yes, Al, I did get those seeds. Thank you so much for that. That is a really neat thing, and I'm really excited to grow it. How do you say it? Episode? I'm sure I'm saying it completely wrong. I know, but I'm excited to try
episode
that.
day,
Yeah. Thanks.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, California, for that schooling. Willow Creek said she heard the hollers were moving to Idaho. You guys go give my moderator some support, please.
He has a pee. He is a
They said Jason was asking, where do I get my traps from? I get them from F&T, and then also I've gotten some really good deals on my conibears from Midway when they run their sales. So Midway USA, those are the two places I've used.
That's always what I buy on.
That's what?
It's my ammo and gun parts is Midway.
Midway's a good store.
Them and
Oh,
cheaper
Freedom
than-
Homestead just came in.
Hey,
Which one's Freedom?
Jack and Tangy.
Hey. Freedom Homestead.
Hey, Jack and or Tangy.
And or Tangy.
And or
And
Jessica Pafford, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here with us on the first time to join us live. Somebody asked about music.
Yeah, there's gonna be music at the event.
We should have music.
You
at the
should
event.
have music.
Guys, we should get Daniel to come and play music and you guys could hear him live. He's really good. That'd be cool. We'll find out some more. Like, I don't know, Jeff, what else? I mean, maybe you can give us some insight on if you have any ideas. I don't know, you're local. Maybe you know some people. That would be really cool to have some music at the event. I don't know that answer.
We did not make it to the Trail of Lights in Sherwood because they got closed right when we were getting there. So we actually, after visiting Tim Burr's Santa Claus's house.
Yeah, which we put in our video. That was in your video.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen the video on 180 Degrees from Average and on the Holler Homestead, they've already posted 2 videos from this weekend. I was going to try to share the links. I don't know. I guess maybe we could get another laptop out and share the link a little bit.
That'd be hard.
But yeah, so if anybody wanted to go check out their videos, if you're wanting to see what all we're doing. Linda Call, thank you. Look to the moderators. Again, I got sidetracked a second ago. 2 Family Homestead, Big Bear Homestead, Wholesome Roots. I think Trish, Willow Creek Homestead has been in and out. We're so appreciative of our moderators that make going live possible. So y'all make sure you go give them a follow. Terry, I love that video with Santa's house. It's awesome. That's
What's
such a precious
Discord
thing
server?
to me.
What is that?
Yeah, I don't know what that
Maybe
is.
chat.
What does that mean?
It's a chat server where you can do chats on your computer back and forth.
Oh.
No.
No.
Yeah, no,
I don't have that.
we just go live straight off of YouTube. I don't have any of the fancy stuff that other people have. I might get set up with something like that. Rose has it and Big Bear has it, and I have like some cool features on it. It's April 6th, Lynn. The meetup is April 6th. Also, March 9th is Deep South Homesteads meetup in Wiggins, Mississippi. And there are 2 Wiggins in Mississippi. It's the one that is further south. And we will be attending that as well. I'll be speaking at that. May, gosh, I'm going to mess up the dates. It's the beginning of May. I think it's the 8th and 9th, but I may have that wrong. You'll just have to look on their website. Baker Creek's Spring Planting Festival is taking place in Mansfield, Missouri. We'll also be there, and I'll be speaking at that as well. So if you are not, if you're anywhere nearby, or you want to make the trip, both of those are going to be really good gatherings. Deep South is a 1-day event that they hold. Thank you. May 5th and 6th is Baker Creek's. It's a 2-day event. They do have some camping spots available on the grounds. So if you wanted to come in and camp there, that would be an option if that would help make it possible to come. That's going to be a really neat event. Baker Creek has such a cool facility, and I'm really excited to be speaking there. And then also, if you want to go ahead and plan ahead, even if you have to come all the way across the country for it, the Homesteaders of America Conference in October is going to be amazing again, and that's another one we will be attending, and I will be speaking at that as well. So all of those are going to be opportunities to get to meet up with us at different places.
City Girl Country Heart asked, what size blanket do you prefer?
Oh, Terry, just any old blanket is just fine. I've been sent Afghans, and I also like my big blanket, so anyone is fine.
Ison Family Farm asked, just have you started any of my seeds?
I haven't started any seeds yet this year. But hi, Ison Family Farm. How are you today? She's a sweetheart. I have not started seeds. However, I will be soon. We've got to get the basement kind of situated.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time, yeah. And so once the basement's situated, I'm probably going to start some with some grow lights down there. And then I'll probably be starting my brassicas for the spring from seed here pretty soon out in my greenhouse. The broccolis and cauliflowers and cabbages and all of that I'm going to grow in the spring. Jay, I didn't realize you guys were that close to Baker Creek, the Grateful Sunnites. Sarah and Kevin are really close to them as well. Living Traditions. We went and hung out with them one day up there nearby Baker Creek, and I told Sarah that they have a little like kind of guest room thing, and I told her that I was going to come stay up there one day and just have Mama needs some space time.
Ben and Andrea, did the kids video get a lot of hits?
It's gotten some. They still are convinced it's going to go viral. Which it got a lot more response. I didn't even want them to put it up because it's our own kids, and we were like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's gotten a lot of good response. So
Mom,
they want to be nominated for
There's
the
my
White House on the
camera.
Hill's top videos
In
in
a minute,
2018. So
Okay,
don't mention them to White House on the Hill. They
What?
want to be one of the top videos of 2018.
Oh.
White House on the Hill's video.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I saw White House on the Hill was taking nominations for the top videos 2018. That video last year, their video where they highlighted and took nominations for the top homestead videos of 2018 is how I found a lot of the channels
Yeah.
Too.
that I followed. Like that's how we originally found Lumna Acres, which became Ben's obsession and which kind of pushed me into YouTubing.
That's how we found all those channels. That's what started us. We were like,
That's
we
really
watch
cool.
Cog Hills, I Can, and we were like,
Yeah.
we can do this.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wendy, you got your catalog. Yes, you could definitely get lost in that catalog. It is so awesome. Homesteading with the He Roots. I don't think that there's one place that shares all of the meetups. Two Family Homestead's really good about sharing events and kind of keeping people aware of that. And I think just like getting on live streams like this, you know, we'll typically talk about them, but I mean, like there are several that I haven't mentioned in this that I just don't know if we're going to be able to make it to. The Hoot Nanny that the Pratts do in Michigan. Doug and Stacy have their life event in Missouri in August, I think. So there are definitely.
Just want to ask a question. VW Family Farms. Someone was asking what meetups are you guys going to be going to? Oh, and Ethan and Sarah. So 180 and VW. They're asking
What meetups
what meetups are you going to be
to?
attending?
We're going to Deep South. I think we're going to attend ours.
Yeah, that
that
one
would
at
be
your
really
place.
good, because if we show up on your property and you're not there, that'll be weird.
We're going to Baker Creek too. We went last year and we didn't camp, but if you're looking for just a fun time, you should camp there. It's just in a big field, so you need to think about that if you need a generator or whatever. But it looked like an awesome time. Just a bunch of YouTubers camping together. We'll definitely be at Baker Creek.
And you said we're not going to miss.
We are going to Homesteaders of America. If we have to hitchhike there, we are going.
You will not regret it.
You will not regret it.
That is a fantastic
awesome
event.
The two
Oh,
people had the most
Springfield.
fun with marshmallow
Glad to
guns
see you.
was me and Ben Holler. Definitely.
Yeah.
So we might try and modify it. We may have to wait till the next round, but we actually built a large marshmallow cannon that we hooked up to the compressor, but we're not engineers, and so it didn't work right. So we're going to try and modify it with making a tank of some
That's really
kind.
funny.
Goodness. I'll
Okay,
be
thanks,
sure
Ethan. You
to
weren't here.
leave for the
Okay.
day when you
Yeah.
We needed you, but we couldn't find you. We said, Ethan.
I was probably taking a nap.
Ethan.
I was probably napping.
You were napping.
Yeah, you were snoring pretty loud.
So in regard to what we're doing, I think we will do Baker Creek. We didn't go last year, but I think we're going to go this year. Last year we went to the Homesteading Life Conference. I think we'll do that again. That was a lot of fun in Hannibal. And then we'll also be going to the Homesteaders of America Conference again. And this time, hopefully we'll get the whole family instead of just Lawrence and myself. And I think we might also try to make it to the Hootenanny. So we'll see, because that's not far from
Yeah,
us.
that's closer.
Sherry McMahon is saying, where's the best place to stay for the Homesteaders of America? She's coming in from Australia.
That,
Wow.
wow, Australia.
So nice. That's
cool.
awesome.
That's
Look up
commitment.
Airbnbs.
Airbnbs are definitely the way to go. They're also
There was
providing
some pretty nice hotels pretty close. I know Holiday Inn
Yeah.
Express was right down the street
There's
from the
quite a
fairgrounds,
few.
and there were a few others, so that could be an option also.
They're also providing some campground at the event, but I know it's limited. So if
Yeah.
you were going to camp, you would need to go ahead and check
coming in
into
from
that
Australia,
now.
I
But
don't
yeah,
think
coming
it's
into
okay.
I doubt you're carrying gear and stuff with you. So
There are campgrounds around there, and you might be able to find like an RV rental if you
Yeah.
wanted to go that route.
but check Airbnb for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I know there are great ones there. I know Jason and Lorraine. They
Yeah,
stayed
they
in
stayed
a
in
really
Airbnb,
nice
yeah.
place. So did Justin
yeah,
and
Justin and
Rebecca.
Rebecca stayed in a really nice
So-
place. Homestead of America conference is in the same place, Dan. It's on the fairgrounds in Front Royal, Virginia. which is a relatively small town, but it is a really nice place and it's a great venue for the event.
And they've got, I mean, it's big enough to have like a Target and Walmart.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it's
stuff,
not like a
so.
tiny town.
Yeah.
And there are accommodations for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely a really amazing event if you can plan to go. And I know it takes some planning because for most people it's going to take some travel, but it's very amazing. And if you are into watching YouTube, or if you want to be a homesteader, or both, or if you're into homesteading, that's kind of the seat of that community as far as a bunch of people coming to it. A lot of the other regional ones you'll get to meet some people, but most people try to make it to the HOA, so that's pretty cool.
If you get close to Wilmington, North Carolina, you have a place to stay. I actually spent a lot of time in Wilmington because I was at active duty Marine Corps, so I was at Camp Lejeune, and we'd always go down to Wilmington to get into trouble. Really,
I got a nephew in North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
And if you can't make Virginia, there's a ton of YouTubers at Baker Creek. Like it was mostly YouTubers. So
yeah,
if you're in Central America.
So yeah, Baker Creek Spring Festival is another big one for YouTube for a lot of gatherings and getting to meet a lot of people. So that's really cool.
But if you can only make one, you need to make ours. Just throwing that out there.
Clarence Clark said I started watching the Hollers and then found all the rest of you.
Aww.
So do you guys already follow these channels? Do y'all follow VW Family Farms and the Hollers and 180 Degrees from Average? Where is Justin Rhodes? Where is our leader?
He's probably sleeping.
Yeah, it's an hour later, so it's almost 9.
They're located. I don't know if you're asking like where is he actually, but yeah, he speaks at the Homesteaders America conference. So they're coming back this year. They're out of Asheville, North Carolina. Big Bear said we follow them all now. Cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys subbing to all of them. I tell you this because I know that a lot of times you don't understand how it works, but I didn't before I did YouTube regularly, but I would watch channels and I would realize after watching them regularly that I wasn't subbed, or I would forget to like hit thumbs up, or I would watch it and think it was really cool and not comment. But that engagement makes a really big difference as far as like the analytics go. And so if you like what somebody's putting out, you can support them so much by just engaging with their video, by just talking to them, by sharing it, liking it, hitting the thumbs up. Because what that does is it tells the computers at YouTube, this is good. And so they show it to other people.
And it's encouraging.
It really is. It makes it worth it for all of us.
Especially like whenever you're getting started, like it, there's an ebb and flow to it. You gain subscribers, you lose subscribers. And so like when we say, hey, go subscribe to them, it's like this huge encouragement to do something like this and get 50 new subscribers. It's like saying, this is good. Your work is for something. Because small channels are doing just as much work. Like putting out videos is just as much work no matter how many people watch them. And so totally want to encourage.
Someone said I've been loving VW since you introduced us.
Aw, thank you.
We've been loving them for the most part too.
They're awesome. These are all such wonderful people that I'm so thankful whenever communities just flow over, and just being able to have all these nice friends is really nice.
Hi from Iraq. Hello, Iraq.
Wow.
Awesome.
So ways away.
That's
It's awesome.
So Dan,
Wow.
you live in Sherwood. You said you were from Sherwood, Dan Gentry.
Yeah, when we were at Big Bear Homestead, we just stayed up and talked about the Marine Corps a lot. There's a lot of funny stories.
He does have some awesome stories.
Mm-hmm. What was really cool is that we were at the same place in Okinawa at different times, but we had different jobs. And so like my experiences were completely different than his, but kind of centered around the same, what was going on as far as he knew what, like when I say Camp Schwab, no one has any idea what I'm saying. Unless you've been to Okinawa and lived there, then you're like, oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, Jason and Maya enjoyed some Marine Corps conversation because it's like, this person knows what I'm talking about.
So, Jess, somebody's asking who they just got on, and they're wondering who we all are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is Santa Claus.
We are the people who have invaded her house.
We are people who invaded
For
her
those
house.
of you who don't know, my name is Jess. This is Maya, and this is our channel and our living room at Roots and Refuge Farm.
And we're in love.
Wait, weird.
I just like her blush on camera. So it's fine.
Okay, so we invited our friends Meg and Ben, who were traveling all over, to come and spend Christmas at our house because they were going to be in the area. And our other friends, Ethan and Sarah. Now, Meg and Ben have a YouTube channel called the Holler Homestead, where they share their travels, where they've been traveling for 9 months, looking for a place to settle down. And they are almost to the end of their trip. They've gone all over the country, and they were going to be here. So we're like, hey, come spend Christmas with us. So Ethan and Sarah here, 180 Degrees from Average is their channel name. They live in Minnesota. And they were going to come down and visit when Ben and Meg were here. Well, when we called them, we were like, well, they're going to come at Christmas, so we understand if you're not going to want to come, we would still like to have you. And they were like, sure, let's do something crazy and just go out of town for Christmas and drive, 15 hours with our 4 small children. So they did. They came. And so we just had this big friends Christmas, which was really awesome. We've got 14 kids at our house. Then back here in the back, Ben and Andrea from VW Family Farms. They're our friends that live local. They have the YouTube channel, VW Family Farms. And we were like, hey, you guys want to come and eat dinner tonight and meet these guys? And so they said, yeah. So they came and brought their kids. So we've got 8 adults here tonight, 16 children, and we're going to tear into some beef stew here in just a little bit. But first, we thought we'd
Chili.
Chili.
beef chili.
Beef
Yeah,
chili.
There's no soup here.
yeah, no
No.
soup. We don't roll that way.
Oh, and the kids aren't duct taped.
No.
They ran out of duct tape.
They're
Velcro.
just exceptional. They're exceptional. Ben, are you exceptional?
Yes.
Benjamin.
Yes, I am.
Benjamin keeps coming up here.
It's little Ben. Not yeah, a little
We
bit.
just say yes.
Yeah, with 3 Bens in the house. We've got Ben Holler,
I don't care.
Ben Benson back here, and then
Little Ben.
Benjamin, who's right here asking Jeremiah to open him fruit snacks
And
before.
he's so cute. I don't care. He'll get whatever. He's like a honey badger.
So we,
Here. Go eat him.
Dan, you're getting ready to start a new homestead off of Dorsey Road?
Oh, wow.
You need to send me an email. Send me an email or a Facebook message after this so we can
Really?
connect.
That's really close.
Because that
Really
that
close.
is very close to us. Like really, really
That's
close.
pretty down in there,
Yeah.
too.
But we can't
Yeah.
say that exactly how close.
You can't say exactly how
It's pretty
close.
close.
So,
Oh yeah, you guys. The first. Okay, someone said I love Ben's shivering snowman. The first time he was doing it, before he put it on camera, like he didn't know we were all watching and seeing. He was literally just sitting there like shaking up and down with it. I mean, it's not that cold outside, so it was really, really, really
yeah, it's
cute.
really cute. Thank you, Katie, so much for that. Will peppers transplant indoors to outdoors? Yeah, absolutely.
Can you
Jessica.
talk about faith, gardening, and how they all work together? Do you want to go down that road?
I mean, like, briefly, I can. I mean, like, to me, faith and gardening are, I think that if you want, you can,
We could.
huh?
Maya's hair is
Oh my
longer.
Oh
gosh.
gosh, you guys, y'all just changed the subject big time.
Right?
Take your-
Yeah.
Did somebody
Well,
tell you to take your hair down?
Can I have the fruit snack?
Yeah, but you keep cutting
This way.
yours.
Go on, this way.
What a pink one.
You started a
Maya, you go down that church.
A war.
war.
Okay,
Fruit
listen.
snack war.
Go downstairs before I take all the candy and give it to the dogs.
Jeremiah.
Even
do that?
Even the
hair
chocolate
off.
when they
A
do
hair off.
tail.
No.
They're so funny.
Go on. I'll get you. Listen, I will make it even in a minute.
I don't have a lot of
I'm like the
information
federal
about
government.
mini pigs,
You have to wait.
organic veggie garden, but I'd like to see a picture of
No.
yours.
Can I have my camera?
So, about faith and gardening, I just feel like there are a lot of things that can become a parable to us if we're listening, and gardening is definitely something that you just, I don't know how to be in the garden and not see God all over it. So that's just my stance on that. And most people that I know that really like are prayerful people, when they get in their garden, they're just like, wow. There's just there's so much parable to it, and there's so much that we read in the word. Agricultural parable, like a farm, to me has been such an incredible learning process to learn that when God talks about sowing seed and multiplication, and then when you actually harvest seeds from your plants and the amount of them, it's like, oh my goodness. I think that sometimes we dumb down what he's trying to tell us that he'll give us. And whenever we get that agricultural parable, it's incredible. I've learned so much about God just having a farm. I am eagerly awaiting giving you gardening videos, Dolly. I am absolutely chomping at the bit. Actually, you know what we need to do? We need to get the seeds back out because Ethan and Sarah haven't gotten to go through and take what seeds.
Right.
And I actually am like, after Christmas, it's on. Like my Christmas tree is still up today, but it won't be tomorrow. I'll take it down. And then it's time to go through seeds. It's time to plant the garden. That's my little guideline. Hey, Farm Life Outfitters.
Hey,
Michelle.
I'm wearing a shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of garden, you missed it because you were gone. I ate a fresh carrot.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Hers is so
sweet.
good.
Nice.
In December. It was
Oh, yeah. I guess we were talking about how hard the ground freezes in Minnesota. Yeah, we pulled some carrots out of the kids' garden tonight. They were actually really
It was
delicious.
really tasty.
They were small, but it was very sweet. My email is rootsandrefuge@yahoo.com, Dan. My stockpile of seeds, yeah. I do send it. Bye, Jay. Good night. Grateful Sunnights. Y'all go give her a follow.
Night, Jay.
She's a sweet girl, and they have a really sweet channel. They just moved to Missouri, so they're not far off from us, and they're doing some really cool things. I am in zone 7B technically, but we live on a ridge, so a little higher elevation, so I tend to lean towards 7A, so we're kind of just like in between there. Grace Homestead Farm, we've had some warm days this last couple days. The Minnesota, is it Minnesotian? Is that what it is?
Minnesotan.
Get it right. The Minnesotans.
So for cute. Is that what it is?
Have been enjoying the warm weather for sure because they're going home to like feet of snow. I was worried they were going to be disappointed to not have a white Christmas, like, you know?
Yeah.
Because to me, a white Christmas sounds like a dream. However, with 14 children in the house, I am really glad we didn't have a white Christmas.
Yeah.
This would have been, I think, hard if we couldn't have let the kids play outside and shoot their marshmallow guns outside.
Yes, outside.
And it's been cheaper on heating the greenhouse.
Yes, definitely cheaper to heat a greenhouse.
That's
Rose, I want asparagus too. You have a lot of asparagus growing in your yard. I don't have any yet. That's something that I want to get established this year.
Jessica's seed collection is turning into the Baker Creek Seed Bank in Central Arkansas. It's like an extension office.
I
know. Honestly, you give them away.
I've
And
given
it's
away
just
a lot
like-
of seeds.
Yeah, and then God multiplies it, and then you
Yeah,
give away
I just
more than
get
you
way
can give
more.
away.
It's funny because I literally, like, one day I took a box, like, you know, the large flat rate box at the post office, and I mailed it to like Seed Swaps and a seed bank and just gave away a ton of seeds. And literally I go and drop it off, and then I walk to my post office box and I open it, and there was a box as big as the one I sent full of seeds. And I was just like,
You'll
okay.
never get rid of it.
Like, awesome. But I've got so many cool things I'm going to be growing this year that I've never grown before because of people sending in seeds and stuff.
Vivian, you're right. In Minnesota, we play in the snow. The kids play in the snow. That's true. In the snow.
They're not used to that down here, though.
No.
No.
No, I would.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I think playing in the snow is really cool. We just don't get an opportunity.
I mean, it's cool for a time.
It's cool for a time, yeah.
You have a
Honestly,
little
Arkansas
video
is the best snow. It's like grandkids. You know, you get them and then you send it home. You know what I'm saying? Like, go back north.
Here and then it's gone.
I don't want snow like my own kids. And then you just like,
Okay, playing in the snow still complicates it, though, because you have to put on so much clothes.
True.
Yes.
And honestly, we live in Arkansas, so we don't have like
We don't
snow
waterproof,
clothes.
Yeah, we
you
don't
know,
have
snow
clothes.
boots and
You
pants.
just gotta
Like
put on
they go out in like 4 layers
regular
of
clothes.
jeans, and then they get soaking wet. So they come in freezing cold, have to take off and put on
You
another
have
set
to
of
wash
clothes,
like
go
6
back
loads
out
of
in the
laundry
snow.
on a snow day because we don't have
It is
snow
part of the
clothes.
fun. It's part of the
And it
fun.
can take almost longer to get the kids ready
Plus,
I know that they're done.
right?
Right.
Yeah. It
So
takes like an
okay,
hour and a half to
calm
get up and
down.
ready. They're like, go out, and 30 minutes later, like, we're done.
Yeah, I know. They
Well,
have,
last year,
They have
last
to have hot chocolate on hand.
oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
You
of
must
course.
have hot
And the
chocolate.
last big snow we had here, we had is before the first 4-wheeler disappeared. We actually set up like a pallet sled and went to a neighbor's field and did sledding throughout the whole field, like the kids hanging on. That was fun.
Snow kills pests. That's true. We had a light dusting this year. We got like 3/4 of an inch or something like that. I did a video whenever it snowed, and everybody laughed at my laughing at the snow because I was just like, I just literally go outside and just giggle. Like, I just can't even handle it. I love snow so much. But well, we usually don't get much snow or ice until like January, February, and then we will get some weather. Usually we'll get socked in like once or twice. And by socked in, I mean like 6 to 12 inches, but the world shuts down in Arkansas when it snows. All the schools close, all the government offices close, the bread and milk wiped out. Like, definitely.
Ben and Andrea, did you guys get all your water lines laid?
No. We haven't
No.
even started.
The water
They haven't
line?
even started the water lines.
No.
But you did get your fencing up and you have the cattle in your
Yes.
pastures.
They are out and enjoying new pasture.
We fenced 120 acres, and now we've got to lay 5,000 foot of water line.
5,000 feet of water
That's a
lines.
lot of water.
That
So
is
anybody looking,
so
we're looking
much.
for volunteers.
Yeah.
So if any of you guys want to go dig water lines,
That's the real reason they're having to get
Right? Surprise! Here's some shovels.
Leslie Roach, trying to keep a strain of tomatoes, the bags over the flowers. Yeah, that's something that I learned from some like hardcore seed savers. They do those little party bags over the flowers. I'm definitely would be interested in seeing what you're working on. And hornworms, you got to get that black light. The black light is the hornworm trick to
That is
save the plants.
2 thumbs up,
Really?
it works.
Yes.
Yeah, they glow under black light.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, you just, I mean, like,
It's fun.
it's
Yeah.
fun. All through the summer, it would be hilarious because we'd all be out there with the black light looking for hornworms.
So we're on a highway, so I'm sure it was like that.
Super
People
weird.
would
It's like
slow
CSI
down
out there.
They would slow down, like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Because you can definitely see it from the road, but it's funny.
someone said, so who of all that bunch is the most ornery? Who is the biggest clown?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a unanimous decision. I can't really argue with that one.
Y'all don't even really see Jeremiah
Listen,
clowning
I made
much.
I made that game a lot more fun last night.
Oh
Let's just
my
be real.
gosh.
Let's be real. Ben has a best friend camel named Rolo because of
This is
me.
it. This is his
And
last
Jessica
one.
robbed 3 banks.
Yes.
That was because of me.
Ethan likes to ride
He's
sharks.
food you.
I'm just saying. Y'all could not
I will
even
have
make it
to
that
kill
much
it
fun. I'm just saying.
Rat your air
Right.
enclosure.
That's
Fine.
not that
Oh,
cool.
just right. No.
Clothes under a black light.
That's just not.
That's interesting.
No.
Jennifer Flower said the first video she ever saw of me was me black light hornworm hunting with Daniel.
Wow, Big Bear.
Yeah.
That's interesting information. I'm glad that you track rats
How do you
with black
know
lights.
Andrea Green Raven said hello back there. To you.
You want me to trade with Andrea so she can be up in the front for a little bit, answer some
I'm good.
questions?
No,
All right,
sure.
Come up here. I'm switching.
You want to pull
Yeah.
the food out?
She's
Get
already-
ready.
she's
Check
already
the
checked
chili's
it.
already good. Just check. Yeah,
Check
check
the
the
chili?
chili.
Okay, I'll check the
Chili
chili.
soup.
You can just come through.
Maya,
Oh,
What's
that's
that?
right.
make sure she doesn't trip over anything up there.
Okay,
I'm
look,
good.
look, you want to watch your step? Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Don't
Yeah,
get
you're
that.
good.
Jason said he just didn't want to be the only one that knew that about the rat urine.
Oh, yeah, great.
Now that we know, it makes you feel more normal, right?
Yeah, Dan's organic food force said I'm kind of scared to go in the garden at night. Florida nights have all kinds of animals roaming.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's why you gotta. Daniel actually lives in Alabama. He lived here for about a year and lived next door with Jeremiah's mom and some of his kids. But he's moved back to Alabama where his family is, and he visits us. So the last time that he was on the live stream, he was actually just visiting, and like Daniel recorded a song for the channel.
I know.
For the video that I posted last night, the Merry Little Christmas video, has as Daniel singing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." If anybody wanted to watch that, He plays all the music on our channel, but usually it's not Steve, but he does well. So, but he's in Alabama.
Did you go over the channel names again? I have a few comments asking about
Oh,
that.
people are asking. Okay, well,
We
now
keep
you get to
growing
see
the
beautiful
screen.
Andrea up here at the front. So Andrea and Ben here from VW Family Farms. They're our friends that live local here. Here, other Ben, Ben Holler and Meg Holler from the Holler Homestead is their channel name. And over here on the side, we've got Ethan and Sarah from 180 Degrees from Average. Ethan and Sarah are here visiting from Minnesota. They came down for Christmas. Ben and Meg are here. They've been traveling for the last 9 months looking for their homestead. They're going to be announcing soon where they're settling. And they spent Christmas with us. And Ben and Andrea live here locally, and they came over for dinner.
Among the
tonight.
group of homesteaders there, who is considered to be the most experienced at homesteading?
Well, Ethan grew up.
I think it would totally depend on what you mean
What do you mean?
homesteading.
Yeah, what's your
define
definition?
homesteading.
Yeah, I
It's
think
very
probably-
broad
Ben and
definition.
Andrea are actual farmers.
Yeah.
I
think they're legit.
These are actually not homesteaders. They don't really belong. They're farmers, and they just
No,
they
they're
need
not
friends.
doing commercial farming.
No.
They raise cattle and
We started out just trying to grow
Credit
our own
card buy
Christmas
stuff.
card. Grow our own food, and it just snowballed. And we were actually telling someone that this weekend. Don't try to do it all at once, though, because we didn't set it
Yeah.
all up in 1 year. We've been doing it for probably 7 or 8 years.
But our number one goal was to provide our own food and especially our own meats. And I think we're doing that now. So
Yeah, y'all haven't bought meat
In a long
in
time.
a long time. They
That's
raise all their
awesome.
meat.
And hello to everyone that said hello to us when I came up here.
So
It's
yeah,
going so fast I cannot
Yeah,
keep
it's
up
hard
with
to
all the
keep up with.
names.
So yeah, VW Family Farm has a lot of space and they have a lot of experience. And then you guys did kind of like the urban farming
Yeah, we
thing
did as much as we could.
for
We
a
had
while.
Crammed everything
chickens in
that
a garden and all that for
Yeah.
gosh, what was that? About 4 or 5 years?
Actually,
We've had a garden since we had moved into suburbia, which was 9 years ago, and then we snuck chickens in there.
And Ethan and Sarah, you guys had a lot of experience around like farms and stuff when you were
Yeah.
younger.
Her family, she grew up with a nursery in the family, so had a big greenhouse,
And huge field vegetable growing
Yeah,
for farmers
market garden type
Yeah.
thing, and then I grew up just farm kid.
And they are now kind of building on their family land,
Yeah.
not building a house, but like
Yeah.
building a homestead on
And
their family
the
land.
property's been in Ethan's family for 120 years.
120 years that property's been in their family, and so they're now cultivating that and like kind of bringing that back to a place of farming on it. So yeah, definitely check out their channels.
check out VW
Sub
Family
to
Farm.
them. VW Family Farms, 180 Degrees from Average, and the Holler Homestead. And also, I will always implore you to please go give my moderators some love. I see Rose is on here. I keep trying to touch that, but it makes the screen go crazy. Big Bear Homestead, Wholesome Roots, Two Family Homestead. They're all currently on here, and they make it possible for us to do this.
Shannon Stevens, can you have 2 goats on 1.5 acres or not in the plan?
That's enough for 2 goats.
Oh yeah,
The
more
only-
than enough.
The only thing is with keeping animals on smaller spaces is you might have to bring in hay.
Increases your worm load.
Yeah, because it increases your worm load. But with 2 goats, you could even do rotational grazing on that on 1.5 acres just fine.
Thank you, Farm Life Outfitters, for subbing us. We're still pretty small, and I promise you,
She's
we
got a
appreciate
channel, too.
every single one. So
Yeah.
I think we're sub to you, but
Yeah.
if not, we will be.
Farm Life
I see your
Outfitters has
t-shirts
a
all
good
the time.
channel. Yeah, she's
They're
really
the
sweet.
best t-shirts.
Somebody asked if everybody was on Instagram, if anybody of these channels were on Instagram
We
other
are.
than me. I think
Yes.
all of you guys are,
Yeah.
are you not?
Yeah.
So it's they're all on
We were all
Instagram.
friends
100 and I think I don't know. It's Holler Homestead
Yeah.
on Instagram, 180 AVG, like 180 AVG, and then
VW Family Farms.
So yeah, they should all be easy to find on Instagram.
And
So,
we're
yeah.
doing a thing. I saw Citystead go by. They're our featured channel this week, where we're featuring a channel every Friday, and we send you to that channel to watch a video. Like our first one was Roots and Refuge, and you had to go watch a video and answer what did Ben want instead of chocolate milk, and it was coffee.
of course.
Everybody knew that. But anyway, and then you come back to our channel and answer. That's all you have to do, and you win something. So if you want to be our featured channel, let us know.
One good thing about it is we got in with Jess and Jeremiah, and they helped us out in getting a kickstart on our channel. There's not much that we can do except be good friends to them, but we want to repay the.
We're paying it forward.
Yeah, there you go. So there's a lot of small channels hit us up, and I think right now we're booked through
Till June.
June.
Are you
Awesome.
really?
That's
awesome.
And
That's
I just think
awesome.
that it's just such a cool idea.
That's
Well,
really cool.
helping small channels is such a big part of growing the community, and truly, like, I don't know. I saw somebody share something the other day that really struck me as truth. It said a candle doesn't lose its
I was just thinking of
lose
that.
its brightness by lighting another candle.
Yeah.
And so, like, really, we can multiply this community and really encourage more people to do what we're doing and show that it's possible and teach them how and create a community base for people who are wanting to, if we'll grow it. I mean, competition just it's just completely robs us of the richness that is available to our lives. So I totally agree with helping smaller channels. So, Don't Poke the Bear said, what is our favorite essential oils and must-have oils?
Ooh, that's a asking
tough
which
question.
kid is favorite.
That's a good
I can tell you mine.
What's your favorite?
Lemongrass oil.
Oh, I love lemongrass.
One main reason, it attracts honeybees.
Really?
That's
That
how you
is
catch
my
the
number
swarms.
one. I use that oil in all my swarm traps.
Lemongrass is also really beneficial for like kidney health and stuff like that, urinary tract health. So that's something that, because of my history with like health issues with that,
Peppermint oil is my favorite.
peppermint oil,
I really like
Didn't love
eucalyptus.
lemongrass.
Eucalyptus.
I just love my body.
Can we
What?
grow lemongrass?
I love lemongrass.
Mm.
I use
Yeah,
it in my
lemongrass is
pho.
awesome.
Anytime I make pho.
yeah,
I add
lemongrass is good.
Yeah,
We have a pretty good place. We have a pretty.
We still have a huge bush.
So what's your favorite?
What is it?
That's
hard.
That's hard.
Oh,
Okay.
I usually use blends.
Yeah,
Blends,
that's
yeah.
Favorite one right now.
Oh, PHO.
There's a blend. I've used Young Living for a really long time. And there's a blend called Deep Relief. If I
Yeah.
had to say one absolute oil that is just my favorite, I would say Deep Relief. If you have any sort of muscle spasms and stuff, like that's the one that I go to.
Mine's probably Thieves. I love
Thieves is also
What
really
about
bad.
your newest one?
Love it.
Which one?
Three Wise Men.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Three
you
Wise
got
Men is
the-
my newest
the Christmas
favorite.
one, yeah.
It's a different kind of
Let's see. People talking.
Meg, did you want to answer that question?
We
You
can.
don't have to go super deep if you don't want to, but
Yeah, do you have it right there?
yeah. What were some of the challenges and fears to make a decision to sell up and move to find some land and do homesteading? Any tips on how to step out and make that dream come true?
I think the biggest tip we could probably give you would be to just do it.
Yeah.
Like
just
if
do
you're
it.
really wanting to do it, like if it's really put on your heart, just go do it and just overcome the fear.
That was the hardest part.
It
is
was.
overcoming the fear.
I mean, I think our biggest fear was just leaving what we knew and like the comfort zone that we had. And it was just to get what we want and to do what we felt like we needed to do for our family. It was just a matter of just like jumping off and doing it. And then, of course, I mean, there is planning that goes into it as far as like we, for us, needed to make sure we were like financially, it was going to be all right. And then, I mean, just
I can't wait to
planning.
hear your full story because
Oh,
y'all keep
it's-
saying we're going to tell the full story when we
Yeah.
find our place.
Yeah. So it's really just do it. I mean, just get that Nike attitude. Just go do it.
Just do
One thing I hear Meg say a lot is if it's supposed to happen, it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing what you're supposed to do, it's going to work out.
Yeah.
And I think that's absolutely true. And I mean, it takes a lot of trust and it takes a lot of faith to just make the leap.
Mhm.
But truly, I think that we can rest assured that when we are doing what we're supposed to do, it's
Yeah.
going to work out.
Yeah.
So
And I think also like there's always that fear of like you might mess up. What if it goes wrong? Well, you can always fix it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
just take that risk. It's possible to come back.
I think another thing, just generally on that, is that if you try, I mean, you might fail, but you tried. And
Right.
and that trying changes you too. When
Yeah,
you-
it does.
When you start stepping out on limbs like that, you get more used to it. Your
That's how
view
you
of
grow.
security and everything else starts to shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so just go for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, even I know it's just gardening. It's not like changing your life, but one of the things that I always say is, well, if it messes up, you can harvest lessons out of it.
Mhm.
And I mean, that does apply everywhere. If it doesn't go how you planned or how you hoped, there will be good out of it. I mean, there will be beneficial things. It's really all a perspective and a posture thing. It's how are you going to handle it?
Sunshine Farm. We would love to. It's really hard though, talking about just becoming zero waste. We would love to, but it's right now we are reliant on the system that's out there, and there's so much packaging that it's just about impossible to do.
We've tried to take small steps in any small areas that we can, buying some things in bulk and other things like that. And I think right now with us being transitioning between the one house to the house we're remodeling, it's a little harder.
Yeah.
And once we get settled in there, we might make a bigger push to try to do that.
I think it's nearly impossible to be zero.
Yeah.
You know, but I think the key thing is that you trend in the right direction.
Yeah, I think every small step helps. We're definitely this year. One of my friends posted a picture where she had sewn bags for Christmas wrapping, and in just like really basic like Christmassy fabrics, and she just literally folded it in, sewed it like a pillowcase, and had tied it with ribbon. And I thought, that is so stinking smart. And I am going to do that. I'm actually going to get the fabric after it like goes on sale and stuff, the Christmas fabric, and sew those bags. And I'm really hoping to never do the Christmas wrapping. One, it takes freaking forever, like to wrap all presents,
Right.
and then you know it gets shredded and it's all thrown away, and it's what a waste. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of you know resources, and so I definitely little stuff like that.
Michigan Mike, thank you. He said our kids are very hard workers.
They have great kids.
I can say just the simple fact of owning chickens has reduced our garbage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A lot.
Well, and even like, I mean, we've used just about paper and plastic, everything right now being on the road because it's almost impossible to not. But I think even if you were to still use like paper products and stuff like that, you could still find a use for it for like a rocket stove fuel or something like that. Like
or
compost. I mean, you can find a way to make it work.
Exactly. It's just being creative in your use and just being more thoughtful about what you're purchasing and think about that product from the moment you buy it to the end of its life.
Right.
What is that life cycle going to be?
But like you said, I don't think it's possible to be
Zero.
No,
just like I don't think it's possible to do 100% by yourself.
You can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, nobody ever has.
No.
We're a community.
Right.
We work in communities.
And we talk all the time about, because we're at the point on our homestead, we've been doing it long enough, we could live off what we grow. We could only eat our own food, and we have meat, we have dairy, vegetables, we have it all going on. But I don't know that we'll ever just do that, like just shut the gate and eat our own food, because we like to go out and fellowship with other people every once in a while and go out to eat and do these things. The majority, I want us to, focus on being at home, zero waste, eating at home, all that. But I don't know if we'll ever get to the point.
We like bananas. We like apples.
Yeah. Well, I think too, everybody kind of thinks that homesteaders in general have that, I want to be completely self-sufficient and do it all by myself mentality. And really, a lot of us don't really want that. We just want the community that appreciates homegrown food and the fellowship and understands that we are all kind of striving for self-sustainability and less waste, but we're not all like crazy people that want to live out in the woods by ourselves and never see anybody.
Everybody might have a slightly different focus point.
Right.
So some people are all about making their own natural products. They don't want to buy shampoo in the store anymore. They want to make their own.
Right.
Whereas other people are more concerned about producing their own meat and eggs and things like that. And so we all fit together like that, but we all might just have our own little different direction.
Dolly's asking about eggs in a northern climate without light. I think, right?
Yeah.
Without light, I mean, we have 27 right now, and we are lucky to get an egg a day.
Oh, wow.
We're in the same boat. We
But
have about
we're
30.
going to do a little experiment because they stopped laying. We adjusted the coop and made it so that it was all clear around so that they could get the most daylight possible. We started getting eggs again, and then we stopped getting eggs. And the reason we think
It's organic feed.
Organic feed. We had to go to a different store, and we couldn't get the organic. And as soon as we switched them to the non-organic, because that's all we could get, the eggs stopped again.
Yeah.
Switching them automatically will do that.
So I think our experiment now when we get home,
we're going to switch them back to organic and see if we can get more eggs.
But the light, I'm going to say light is number one on it.
Yeah.
Because our kids had, they got 60 something chickens, and they went from 1 egg a day to now they're getting over 4 dozen a day.
And I know this, it's not natural, but our kids, they're their chickens and they pay for the feed, they raise them. And so they can't go all winter with no eggs. They don't have enough money.
Yeah.
So they put the light on them and bam, 4 dozen a day from nothing.
And
So
what most people do is just, I don't know how your kids do it, but most people just put a timer on.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
It's 2 extra
And
hours
it's just
a
a
day.
couple hours.
And it's
It's
just
not all
regular
night.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a regular
Not
light
heat
bulb.
lamp.
Now from here on out, you should get more and more eggs too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting
we
longer
passed
and
the
longer.
solstice, so
Yeah.
the days are getting longer. My chickens usually start laying again at the beginning of February, is when they have enough light. Someone asked me for a recommendation for a good gardening book, and a viewer recently purchased a book for me off of our wish list, and I just got it in about a week and a half ago, called No Dig Organic Home and Garden, which is Charles Dowding's book. Now, you all have heard me talk about how little Ben is obsessed with Charles Dowding, and we got this book, and it is really, really good. So I'm really enjoying that right now as far as a gardening book, if you're looking for one. Also, I saw Artisan Bard on here. I saw your name pop up, and I missed the comment. So if you want to ask that again, but
Marie, you can
she's
just
super
a
nice.
standard light, not a heat lamp, just a standard light. You can set
You
it
can
up
use
on a
Christmas
timer.
lights, is what
Yeah.
some people use, like a
People
string
do,
of Christmas
yeah.
lights.
Oh, it'd be
I do it.
cute.
Yeah.
Like, you could put it on a timer if you don't want to have to turn it on and turn it off every day. But all you do is you turn it on in the morning and then turn it off after it's dark outside, so you're extending that light that the chickens are
Yeah.
receiving.
And an important thing is if you're up north like where we are,
Yeah.
you do not want to heat.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't
right,
want to
you
heat
don't
at all, especially if you're going to be letting them go outside. That temperature change basically can kill them. Also, you can get a lot of humidity in
Right,
that
that
room with
moisture
the
is
heat.
bad.
Then they go outside and they basically freeze to
Right.
death. They will basically,
naturally
Naturally,
acclimate to the
yeah.
environment.
and they will be fine.
Our
So,
chickens have just bedding in the coop, and that's it. There's
Yeah.
we don't have any insulation around the coop or
Yeah.
anything else.
So wouldn't you recommend like an LED light? A
Yeah,
small
Yeah,
LED
something that
would
doesn't
be
produce
great,
heat.
just not a heat lamp.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon's got some really nice LEDs that I bought the other day just to put in my shop.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they don't pull hardly any wattage. So
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
Jennifer
cheap to
Flower
run
says it's a
by.
good time to get solar Christmas lights on clearance.
Ooh.
That's a really good idea.
That's a good idea.
All right, so here's a question that he's been really patient. So, what is each homestead's biggest success so far and biggest failure? Who wants to go first?
I would
I'll
say
go
the
first.
biggest failure is not starting sooner.
That's a good answer.
That's
What
a
about
good
your biggest success?
Just doing it.
Selling everything and driving around the country?
I think homesteading is one of those things that like every day is a little success. Every time you pull something out of the garden or you go get eggs from your chickens or you have a moment like you put up food for the day in canning, like every day is a little success and you just kind of build on that over time as it goes.
If we missed y'all's question, just
Keep asking.
ask it again. If you reference that you asked it like this, it's too hard to scroll back up and see them. So you can ask it again if we miss it.
I'd say our biggest success would be drawing our family closer together.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Us to each other and our kids. Our kids are really best friends. They're tight.
and
and
work
that's-
hard, as y'all
They're
said.
hard workers, but there's no secret to it. It's just been all the time we've spent with them and the homeschooling, and they're just not out being peer pressured. They don't know that like disrespect and all that is quote unquote normal. They don't know that. So
Yeah.
it's not accepted and they don't do it. So that's our success. Our failures, we've had a lot. Lots of animals have died. Just lots of
'Cause every
things. I
time an
can't even
animal
name
gets
them
sick,
all.
Yeah, I saw it.
You can't take them all over that.
No, it's just not possible.
So
Just what would you say?
Our biggest success is definitely, I think, the family aspect. And I would say that when I look at who Maya and I were, 5 years ago before we embarked on this, I don't think there are a lot of characteristics in us, positive characteristics that have really been developed, and a lot of negative characteristics that have really been, or habits, I should say, that have really been confronted. Truly, we both dealt with laziness. We both dealt with just really almost like not living. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it's so easy to get caught in the flow of things. It's so easy to get caught in just mediocre and just survive, essentially. And I don't think, I mean, we don't live in survival mode anymore. Like we really experience a lot of enjoyment in our life and a lot of richness, like what you're talking about with like your family relationships. I mean, I think I can attribute that to this lifestyle. Maybe not entirely. I mean, I'm sure that there are plenty of people that get in survival mode in this, but I think it's harder to do. I mean, I think that you're just so aware of what goes into things, and there's just so much to do, and there's like, you don't end up accidentally wasting every evening in front of the TV. Like, you know, that's how we used to spend our time, and now there's too much to do. You're too busy, you know, like,
Well, you become more intentional.
Yeah, so you have to be intentional, or else things don't get done. And so, right, I would say that it's really developed a lot of character in us.
Our biggest failure would be too much, too fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to do all the animals all at the same time while you're trying to, I mean, we added too much, too fast. Before we had even learned how to really take care of chickens well, we were trying to learn how to take care of goats. And, you know, then we were like, oh, and ducks and turkeys and all this stuff. And honestly, like, what it ended up costing us was getting back to just chickens and, you know.
Yeah.
But even that wasn't really
again.
a failure because you still learned from it.
Yeah, I mean, like, you learn from your failures. They all
you
become
always
beneficial.
learn, but I mean, my advice is to
Go slow.
Go slow.
be patient.
Yeah.
I know you guys listen. We've all experienced chicken math. We've all experienced the gateway drug of getting chickens and what that means for a homestead. But, you know, go slow. You have time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be more goats. Listen, I know that goat on Facebook is $100, and you'll never live without it. It's a good deal. You know, you can wait, just like you can wait for any animal, whether they are alpacas or.
Hey, I'm waiting.
What I'm saying is that, you know, I would rather do it well and be patient than, you know, saying mess it up and by trying to rush into something.
Yeah.
Meg, did you want to answer that?
Yeah,
question?
so that's kind of on the same note. Somebody asked, what do we plan on doing first when we get our place, chickens, garden, etc. Chickens for, well, okay. A house building aside, if we need to build anything, probably chickens. Yeah.
Chickens, it'll be garden.
Right, garden and
Plants in the
chickens
ground.
to us kind of go together.
And garden, or
Yeah.
chickens, and then from there it's just whichever animal we want next.
Yeah.
Tried getting them started already with rabbits.
in the
He's
trailer.
trying to send rabbits in the trailer with him.
And then, I mean, it would be like long-term planting things. Like we would be getting our orchard in if we need to be planting trees and that kind of thing. So, but try to do it one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So I think our biggest failure by far has been the garden that I tried to put in this year. And with the baby, we probably shouldn't have tried to do that today. So that's the biggest failure. The biggest success was me quitting my job and figuring out how to make a living from home. And I've now done that where I don't have to leave. So I work from my house, and without that, we wouldn't be doing any of this.
Right.
So it was a huge, I would say that's the biggest success so far.
Just jumping right in.
Yeah, and getting to the point where we're okay. And
For those of you who don't know our story, he was way overworked and came home one day and said, I'm going to go quit my job tomorrow. And I said, okay. And that's how we started.
That's true.
No, Sammy Joe, the Hollers haven't announced where they're going to live. That's going to be,
yet.
You'll have to go, you know, sub and hit that bell on their channel. To
Yeah, we
catch
should
the
just have
video.
one of the moderators just type that out and hit enter every like 3 minutes.
No,
We
we've
are
not.
telling you
Haven't
now.
announced it.
Well,
They have not
she
announced
came
it.
in late. So,
Yeah.
They have not announced it.
Someone asked a cool question. They said, at $30 a trellis, will you recoup the cost in fruits and veggies from each trellis during one season? And that would be really dependent on what you grow.
Is it all about recouping the cost, or is it also about ease?
Right, ease.
Yeah.
And I mean, if on my trellises that go sideways, the cattle panel that I can grow 8 tomato plants on, absolutely, I'll make $30 worth of tomatoes. On a trellis that's an arch that I'm growing dried beans on, probably not. Noodle beans, maybe, because they produce
the
a
melons,
lot.
for sure.
Melons, absolutely.
Melons we grew
You
on the
know,
ground, we pretty much lost almost all of them to some kind of bug. The ones we trellised,
I
we
harvested
many
30 melons,
on
30
one trellis.
Kajari melons off of one trellis in the season. And I mean, if you consider those probably would cost, $3 or $4 each at a store, for something comparable to that, or at a farmer's market would really be where you would have to get something like that. So depends on what you grow. That's a good question though. I like that question.
I think it depends on the time of year too. So if you're putting up food that later would cost $4 a pound,
Yeah,
that goes into
absolutely.
it too.
Yeah.
Ethan's got a good question.
Yeah, Nicole asked, do many of you have full-time jobs? We're trying to manage homesteading and jobs. Any tips?
An extra full-time job.
Well, Ethan, you have a full-time
for
job,
me,
but you're working from
Ethan
home.
for sure.
Yeah, so I when I quit my job, I started a business, and that's basically a full-time job at this point. So I work, kind of, it's fluid. I can work as little or as much as I want, but generally, yeah, it's a full-time job that I work.
But the important thing for you is that you were able to make your own hours.
Yeah, I can make my own hours. I can work which days I want, and I also can do it all from home, which was something that I wasn't willing to budge on. So.
Right, where we live, for him to have a job outside of the home meant at least an hour commute one way.
For years, I had been commuting to Minneapolis, and it's an hour each way.
So it's just hard to balance all that though.
Yeah.
Even working from home, the homesteading, the chores.
Yeah.
Then you're adding YouTube in, filming, editing.
It's very,
Somebody
packed.
asked what is everybody's current challenge? Well, I can definitely say current challenge is trying to keep up with all of it.
Bring it all to excellence.
Exactly.
Diligence.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Discipline.
Like,
Ben, what about you? Sorry.
Big Ben.
No, I was just gonna say it's a very important question.
Yeah.
I would definitely not recommend just moving to the country without having any thought as to how you're gonna
Yeah, absolutely.
to eat. Because even if you have no debt and you can manage to pay for your property, you still have to eat, and that's going to cost you money.
Yep.
So it's something you need to think about. I wouldn't be worried about it, but it's definitely something you should be thinking about.
Ben, do you want to talk about that?
Well, I think like a while ago I said, it comes back to the family. You have to have a hardworking spouse, kids, depending on how big you're going to go. Me and Andrea talk about it all the time, especially with me working a full-time job. Even if I didn't, I don't think that me and her could do everything that we do without our hardworking kids, unless we hired somebody. But right now, my goal I'm shooting for is to retire and live off the homestead, hopefully in 10 years or so. But
he has a full-time job. I'm home homeschooling 2 high schoolers, and then I have a milk business where I milk 5 cows and sell milk from that. I sell lots and lots of milk. So that helps us pay for our homestead. We got it working pretty good, but our end goal is to be completely debt-free with money put aside for like when we need another vehicle or whatever, and him to be able to quit. So that's our dream. But he does have a wonderful job we're very thankful for.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Rose. Y'all go give Rose a follow. Thank you for moderating with us tonight.
Good night, Rose.
Good night. Good night.
See you, Rose.
And as far as Atkins Family Farm, the potato question, I don't know the answer to that. I don't know what 75 pounds of potatoes planted is going to produce. I just haven't planted.
They-
Depends on your soil. Depends.
It depends on where you are.
We planted 20 pounds this year. It was enough to have us eating pretty much solely potatoes for a month and a half.
So that's way more than 4 to 5 people need.
Well, it depends what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how much you love
Because-
potatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna preserve it, or
Yeah.
if you only want it for fresh, if you're gonna sell it,
Yeah.
Like Andrea, she's canned some before. You can do a lot with them. You can save the small ones that you harvest, and we always replant those the next year or that fall or whenever.
Hey,
Someone
Gold Shop.
asked if,
Hey, Gulcha.
if anybody is beekeepers, and we are beekeepers. We've had up to 14 hives. I think you got like 8 now.
Yeah.
And Big Bear asked if you'll show how you make swarm traps. But I think we have a video up, but
It was one of our first.
we've
videos,
only
and
been on YouTube like 9 months, and I'm going to tell you some of our first videos are crummy and embarrassing. So instead of sending you to those, I'm going to say we'll probably redo some of them this spring.
And we got some new beaks coming up in the spring.
Yeah.
What?
Beaks. beekeepers.
Oh, gotcha.
We're
Yes.
getting bees in the spring.
I think you're talking about. I was like, I ain't
like,
growing no
are we-
beets. I'm just
I don't know.
A root
Yes.
cellar. We want to build a
We would love to have a root
Oh.
cellar. That
Oh,
takes
here.
time and yeah.
She don't need to hear that.
She's like, yes, root cellar.
Yes. I've wanted one for years.
I don't know why they ever went out of fashion.
Yeah, I know.
Depending on where you are, they're real easy to build.
What's the
Yeah.
So,
Real easy to build.
well, if you're down south, that'd be real easy. You don't have to have them super deep. in the
That's
ground.
true. That's true. It really wouldn't be that. It's still, but
The only problem that we run
It's-
into
yeah.
here that would probably be an
Yeah.
issue is the fact that there's so much water underground.
if I
Mhm.
make a hole, it's gonna be a small holes.
Yeah, so
Judy Bond asked, "Do you think a single with grown kids that are gone could homestead on their own?"
Oh yeah.
I said
it's really just
homestead-
a scale of
scale
how
thing.
much
Yeah,
you're gonna
Sure,
do.
you can have
Yeah.
5 chickens and a Nigerian dwarf and a garden and a miniature pony and then a small donkey. So you know this is where this is going. You know,
Okay.
like mini
No.
meat pigs. Like you could do it. I mean, seriously, you could do it on any scale. Just keep the scale small. Keep your
Yeah.
workload down.
Or find one thing you can do and do really well and then barter with that thing
Yeah.
for other people doing other things.
Xavier asked if anyone here has considered putting cabins on their property or a small cabin to rent to help pay the bills. I absolutely would love to get into having Airbnbs one day. That's
Yeah.
something that's like on my
That'd be awesome.
like dream list of things that I would love to get into, but we're not there right now. So
We
It's
really
definitely on our 10-year plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things where
It's,
we don't have time for it now,
Right.
but we can do it and we want to do it.
Artisan Bard, I'm interested in aquaponics. Ben's actually got a cool greenhouse system set up that's really neat, and I'll probably be looking to learn something from him whenever I get to that. It's not super high on my priority list, not because I don't think it's really useful, but because there are a lot of things that are just demanding on my priority list. So
We've been dreaming about the products for 15 years.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that.
yeah, it's really neat.
Hello
Y'all
from
should-
Argentina.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
hey.
That's pretty
Argentina,
cool.
that's cool.
Like me.
Will you put like bowls for the kids to start pulling off because they're gonna need to eat, and I hope that's not burning.
I don't
Are you
smell
gonna
burning.
get alpacas? They want to know.
Hashtag alpacas.
Eventually,
alpacas.
yes, I will have alpacas. I just don't know when that's gonna happen. Yes, I will. Jeremiah talks a tough game. He's gonna get me alpacas Sunday. He's looking crazy. Crazy eyes.
This person said favorite heritage breed of meat pigs must be kid friendly. Old spots all the way for us. We've had them since our kids were little. They ride them like cows. They'll run all over the pasture.
We have an old spot that we got from the Vincents.
Most people don't ride cows.
Yeah, ride them like cows.
It's like, people don't ride cows. Cows are completely normal to ride. That reminds me of riding a buffalo.
Well, I mean, if they're as rideable as cows, I guess that's a pretty
Yeah, I
good
guess so.
comparison.
I mean,
like,
they don't love to be ridden, but
it's all
they don't like
No
it.
deal if they have to.
All rednecks.
I actually have some moringa seeds. That's something that I'm wanting to plant, but somebody else might want some.
Yeah.
We have one old spot that we actually got from Ben and Andrea that we are raising right now, and then we also have Mangalitzas, which is a really, really neat breed. If you've never heard of them, that we are raising to breed. Liz Covell, thank you for that super chat. Any breed ideas for egg layers? I already know I want Cornish cross from egg layers. What do you want? Like, are you wanting like production? If you're just looking for production, like Isa Browns, Golden Comets, like one of the production bred breeds, Leghorns, those are the ones that are going to just lay constantly. If you're wanting egg color, Americanas, crusted cream leg bars, Marins, all of those varieties that lay colorful eggs, well, summers are really neat. They don't lay as much, but they do lay really neat eggs.
Dual purpose.
Yeah, they're dual purpose breeds like Rhode Island Reds, but Orpingtons are really good dual purpose breeds.
Delaware's
Barred
are good.
Bronx, Delawares, all these heritage breeds that kind of grow. They're a larger one, so you can butcher them if needed. My suggestion, if you're wanting to get into egg layers, I really love the colorful egg route because you have the option of selling your eggs as hatching eggs, which kind of raises the ceiling of what you could possibly make off of them. So
Sorry, two family.
I
You gotta go pee.
That's hilarious. I love y'all. I love Two Family Homestead. They're some of my favorite people on YouTube. They're
Ours
just
too.
so awesome.
We are at almost 2 hours. I feel kind of bad.
I know. And Maya's dishing up our kids' dinner because we have not fed our children. Our kids have not come and busted up on this like at all.
I know.
They're
I'm
all
really
having a
surprised.
great
They've been
time.
awesome.
I think they've eaten a lot of candy.
Well, of course,
That they haven't come
the girls
and
are
asked-
down there being awesome
Yeah, they
babysitters too.
are. That's
I
really
seen the question a while ago. It's tilapia is what we raise
in
to do
there.
our hydroponics.
Nice.
Colorful eggs do not have a different flavor or a different nutritional profile. The color of an egg makes no difference in any of that. The reason why brown eggs typically get associated as being healthier, like if you buy healthier brands of eggs, the brown ones, is that's just a mental thing. Like people associate brown eggs with farms because typically dual purpose breeds lay brown eggs, like the heavier layers are brown egg layers. White egg layers are typically smaller birds. So people didn't keep those on farms because they were no good for meat. And so people associate brown eggs with farm fresh eggs, and therefore healthier brands sell brown eggs because it's a mental thing. People buy them more because they think they're healthier.
Hey,
Not
Jess,
at all different. Yeah.
There's a City Girl Country Heart asked, what type of incubator would you suggest as a starter incubator? I would I'm gonna say the cheap foam one.
Yeah, the cheap foam one is probably a good place to start. Hovabator, is that what those are called?
There's a few different kinds. The newer styles come out with a digital thermostat. My old one had the little metal screw dial, but I saw Kevin off of Living Traditions put a digital thermostat he got off of Amazon in it for $15. So I bought one the other day, and I'm fixing to upgrade mine to a digital
He mentioned it,
thermostat.
but he didn't show how to do it. So Ben's going to try to put out a video of exactly how to do it because it's a cheap fix if you want to upgrade your cheap little incubator.
Yeah.
Yes, intermission.
I would love to have one like Jessica
Yeah, we're
got.
about to go eat dinner.
See you, West Texas.
Someone asked what kind of cattle we raise. We have a lot of Black Angus cows, and we like Hereford bulls because that'll produce a black baldy, and that's what brings the most money. So that's what we like. And then I have my whole herd of dairy cows that I love: Jerseys, Brown Swiss, all those. So
We have a GQF Sportsman 1502 incubator. They've gone up a lot since we got ours. It was expensive when we got ours, but it's gone up quite a lot. It is overkill for the average person. We got that one and paid for it in a year by hatching eggs and selling chicks to the local feed store is how we ended up paying for that. But it really is overkill. Now, it's awesome. It does a fantastic job. But if you're just looking to hatch chicks once a year on your farm, you don't need that. But if you're looking to do it in any sort of business capacity, it might be a good investment to make.
Oven incubator is probably not a good idea here.
no.
It's a great way to make baked eggs. Add some herbs and butter, you'll be all
That's to
right.
make
What is
dinner,
that Asian
not-
dish where
not
they eat
chicken.
the developed eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rotting.
Ugh.
Egg fetus. Chicken.
Tolut, I think is what it's called, or something like that.
Yeah. Somebody had asked a question about how you start composting.
Ben Holler,
Yeah.
where's Ben Holler? He knows a lot about that, doesn't he?
He just left.
He just walked out. I don't know. I'm not good at composting. I just throw everything in a pile and then after a year, put it on my
There's
garden.
no wrong way to compost.
There's
Yeah.
not really any wrong way to compost.
There
The
are
way
ways
we
to do
did
it more
There's
successfully.
ways,
Yeah.
there's ways to do it more excellent, but like we're just at this point, let's be real, we're just throwing stuff in a pile.
That's basically what we did. It's just kitchen scraps, all the bedding from chickens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You add water to keep it moist and basically just to keep that bacteria and all that going.
Arkansas, you don't really have to because it rains so much.
Well, yeah, we didn't get
Water
rain.
Stays.
And then he would turn it a couple weeks. Yeah, every couple weeks. He'd just go out there with a pitchfork and flip it over.
Yep.
We don't even. do
It's
that.
really not. I mean, some people just throw it in a pile and put a tarp on it and let it sit. I mean, it really just depends on what works for you.
And someone said no meat. We don't do meat in our compost.
No.
No.
Yeah, you don't put meat.
All our meat went to the chickens.
Yeah,
And then it eventually went in the
whatever the
compost.
chickens or other animals could not eat with the compost.
Yeah.
Whatever would be eaten by animals first, that was always where we went to
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, that's where ours always went to.
Yeah.
You should look into anaerobic composting, which will kill all of the bad bacteria, especially if you're going to compost animals. Like if you have a dead chicken and you want to compost that.
For meat. to compost meat.
Yeah, if you know, Joel Salton, which Meg and Ben, wherever he is, and I went to Joel Salton's place, and he literally composts dead
Whole
cows.
Yeah.
Whole cows. He composts all of when he butchers the cow, anything that's left over that's not edible gets thrown in the compost.
But those are separate piles.
Yep.
Those are like his dead cow piles.
Yep.
And they sit for a good long time.
A while.
Yeah.
But he just composts them with wood chips. The key thing is you just need to be adding carbon. So you add carbon for your nitrogen. So as you're adding nitrogen, which would be plant things, or animal things, manure or anything like that, you need to be adding more carbon.
Right.
So that's the key. As you add more nitrogen, you need to add more carbon, and you just keep doing this, and that'll keep the process going.
And basically, the carbon is there to help suck up the juices that the nitrogen is going to produce. Because if you threw just a pile of vegetables, it's just going to turn into a slimy mess. So you have that carbon in there to kind of, what does Joel call it? The carbonaceous diaper. It just soaks up everything.
No, I do not have a swirl filter.
All right, guys. Our children are getting hungry
and yelling. They're getting louder.
This has been real, and it's been fun. It's been real fun. Does anybody have any?
All of you who said you subbed us tonight, we appreciate it.
Yes, you guys are awesome. We really appreciate it.
So if you are just getting on here, make sure you go and sub our friends that are here with us tonight. BW Family Farms, the Holler Homestead, and 180 degrees from average. Also, our moderators, I'm pretty sure we've still got Big Bear Homestead and 2 Family Homestead on here. We've had multiple ones throughout the night. But please go sub them. Big Bear Homestead is actually hoping to reach their goal by the end of the year, 10,000.
Go do it.
Go sub them.
So please go sub them right now. Support them. And 2 Family Homestead. Who do y'all have coming up on Monday? They have different channels that come every Monday night, and they do a live stream. They are such precious people with a heart to help people grow. So I'm sure they're having something. They're having somebody on Monday for New Year's Eve.
Big Bear's
95 away.
Yeah, guys, go do it.
Awesome.
Blow them up.
That's awesome. So thank you guys. I'm so excited that we got to do this with y'all. Somebody said they saw that I have reached my limit. That my pep is gone. It leaked out of me some beef chili.
Beef chili.
Time for some coffee.
Some chili and coffee.
Yeah.
That's right.
They'll stay up till 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Andy's Backyard Shop is on their next live stream.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So yeah, y'all definitely go
send
check
everyone
them out.
off. We're gonna sing a Christmas carol together.
Are we really?
Go for it.
Everyone's favorite.
Ben's got to
Ben,
play
get
the
the guitar. Get the guitar. We'll sing.
Yeah.
We'll sing a Christmas carol for everyone. No,
You get your guitar.
Yeah.
You rock.
you
it.
can.
Yes.
You
We have
cannot
to
be
give
shy
reference.
with musical talent like that.
I'm that tuning.
We feel like
All right. Well, maybe we can talk Ben into playing for a video, if not on the live stream. So, all right. We thank you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with us and for subbing all of these beautiful people. We bless you. Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.